skip that one. But yeah, all right. I'm ready when you guys are.
All right, we recording?
Yep, I am.
All right, I just hit record as well.
Oh wait, oh god, hang on. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I'm
Oh,
I'm
man.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
Keep it in. Keep it in.
Yep, I'm keeping it in. Um, also,
Hello, ladies and
popping them
gentlemen.
on.
I'm also recording. Hello, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. I was prepared to start the episode on my recording. Don't take take my recording. That's
Yeah.
that's the canon one.
Exactly.
Yes.
Uh
Welcome
welcome
to
to
welcome to
15.
Loud Equals Funny, episode 15. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. We are old enough for EDP to come at us. So far, no response.
I think we go for it a little bit
He
younger.
only has 3 more until we're out of his league.
I know.
I mean, apparently
cupcakes.
he's being people are like YouTube is suppressing people talking about him or making jokes
Yeah,
or like showing
YouTube's
his footage.
so far
kinda
it seems
whack.
like it's been. I don't know if it's a privacy complaint, which I really need to look deeper into, but yeah, no, tons of YouTube videos are being taken down. My stream that I did a while ago.
Yes, I was
Yeah, I got
gonna say
flagged.
you already got the fucking wrath of YouTube potentially protecting EDP, potentially, allegedly.
Yeah, it's like, fuck me. I would prefer not to be the first one to get fucked, but I mean,
First man on the vanguard there. How does it
You're
feel?
Yeah,
gonna be the first
yeah,
one to the gun.
tip of the spear, tip of the spear. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck EDP. I hope he gets what's coming to him still. The good thing
I
about
mean, the guy.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the good thing about that. We thought it was an investigation. There is being an internal, like a police investigation held separately. Funny
Oh,
enough,
nice.
though.
Nice.
So the girl had been in. I'm gonna fuck his name up. I've heard it said correctly 4 times. I fuck up every name. Gideon. I'm gonna say Gideon. And hey, he'll eventually, he'll if he hears this, he'll fix it. Hey. But apparently, EDP joined his server on Discord for an interview. Decided to dip on the interview and ask for I think an absurd amount of money, and then
Cool.
seemingly decided to go through the girls in his Discord server, which is like a public one. He kind of has like an open Discord server where everyone can join, kind of like Wubby has, a few other like bigger people have.
Yeah.
It's like a standard server. Then they have like a 6-month sub server, that kind of shit. But she was in the general server, and it seems that EDP was going through multiple girls in there looking for like Instagram profiles, because you can link things to your Discord profile.
Yeah.
So the girl, I'm assuming she probably had like a photo of her as her profile photo. EDP saw she had an Instagram, and on the Instagram stated her age publicly, all that. Fucking messaged her still. He kept messaging her after she then informed in the DMs her age. I hope to God, and the main reason we saw the clip that came out was because apparently the police had kind of cleared the police had kind of like started doing the investigation and said, yeah, you could discuss it, but you can't, these are certain things you can't publish. So it does seem like that when it's fully, like, the video's fully out, it will probably be within like legal guidelines, but just yeah, apparently they've been going around pranking him, like going to him in public and just fucking with him at least once, we know.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know how good I feel about the people that like, the pedo vigilante type people, because
Yeah.
I think they do often fuck up with investigations.
But yeah, look at
Yeah.
I genuinely forgot the guy's name is. I'm not gonna give him his name for clout, but that fucker who did the first thing with EDP,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there
dumbass-
was some controversy with that.
fucking stumbled, just like almost tapped it in. You had the goal right there, fucking whiffed it. Embarrassing.
Yeah, and obviously you can look at like To Catch a Predator as well, where they had to cancel the series because they fucking fumbled the bag pretty hard on that.
Yeah, there was a guy who was a prosecutor. He didn't show up to the Sting house, but he had messaged like a decoy who was pretending to be like a 15-year-old boy.
Mm.
And then he decided to kill himself, and gee, that's all. That's the only thing I can legally say according to YouTube about that.
Well, yeah, no, I would say that in general, that's maybe not a great thing to be doing with your time, but also, I don't know, it's just funny that EDP has been, I don't know, repeatedly caught for the same thing,
Yeah,
and it's just somehow still on YouTube and also like not in jail, you know.
I mean, it is utterly hilarious though how it's just become a sport for children now to just get him to fucking embarrass himself publicly. It's great.
I wonder if he stopped sending photos of his own shit yet. I
Uh,
wonder if
you,
he's learned that
that's
that's not the play.
yeah, that is the most baffling. Like, I tell you what, we're gonna have a relationship advice podcast right now,
Yeah.
guys.
Yes,
Here's a pro
please
tip.
call in.
Yeah, call into 1-800.
We are collectively Abby.
Yes,
1-800 don't care.
1-800 suck dick. No, but in all
Yeah,
seriousness, like
don't.
that is not the play.
That's not the play. I don't know. I mean, but it's also not the funniest thing necessarily that he sent to people because there was, of course, him threatening to kill someone and then also
Then
like
later
sending
sending
them.
her a photo of
Well,
him like coming after 3 strokes. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. I
embarrassing.
mean, I don't know. The combination of that together is kind of is pretty hilarious still.
It just it's this other thing is like, it would be hilarious if it was like something done in like a comedy movie, just someone so inept at sexting they send a photo of their own shit thinking that thinking that's the
Yeah.
play. But
Yeah, I want to show her that I'm a dirty girl, or just that I'm dirty, and
yeah,
she's a dirty girl, and yeah.
it's like you really gotta hope that this 14-year-old girl is a fucking scat fetishist. You're
Yeah, like you're really banking on something.
That's the
I-
real
that's gonna
Hail Mary play right
Yeah.
there.
I am almost certain that there's not really a like intersecting Venn diagram of 14-year-old into shit play.
God, I hope not.
I'd assume it's so minuscule you'd need something to see EDP's penis with.
Yes.
Yeah, no. I hope he gets what's coming to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll be intentionally vague about what that thing is.
Yeah.
It's coming
That
to
could
him.
be a like a lemonberry pie. I don't think it's a real
Yeah,
pie, but
something
It
nice.
could be his cupcake. Finally,
he could
the one
finally
he's
get
been
a shipment.
searching for.
Cake Boss rolls up, fucking honks the horn, got a baggie of singularly one cupcake in it. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. After all this time, he deserves it.
I mean, hey, at his arraignment, I say we order a pack of cupcakes and send it to the court. But
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
down.
like,
As long as they're custom, put the
Right.
Loud Eagles Funny logo on them.
yeah,
That's
have it
branding,
drawn up.
baby.
You have you have like 12 of them in a box, and then you have the logo drawn across all of them, so it makes
Ooh.
one
Yeah.
big Loud Equals Funny.
That would actually be really cool. Oh man, yeah, no.
Yeah.
To get off the EDP topic though, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So, do we want to talk about? Did we mention Assassin's Creed 4 on the previous episode?
I think we mentioned Assassin's Creed by proxy, I think, but we've done it now.
I'm sure we
Okay,
thought
yeah.
about it.
So, Assassin's Creed 4 has been delisted from Steam.
Oh shit!
So-
I didn't know about
Because
that.
they're doing like a remake or some shit.
Yeah, that lends some credibility to it. Either that, or Ubisoft just really wanted to fuck Steam over
The
Can
only
you
other
still
with just Black Flag. The rest of them are still on there.
can you still buy the Switch Black Flag Rogue bundle thing?
I
can.
think so.
Well,
Like,
that's very strange. Then.
yeah, from what I've seen, it's just Steam.
Is it possible that Black Flag had some kind of remote access thing?
From what I'm seeing, it's apparently it was due to a technical issue. They're saying, which
Hmm.
They
I
left
mean,
it up for 10 years and then decided, oh, well,
well, I
Oh,
mean,
now we got
There
to
was
fix
a-
that technical
It
issue.
was a bug. His beard doesn't look quite right.
the only thing I can think of is they might be pulling it due to because there's a lot of older like 360 and early like Xbox One, PS4 era games that still have issues with remote code exploits. That's the only thing I could think of really they
Right.
pull it for. Because
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe a Dark Souls 3 type thing.
the game's multiplayer is still up, so I mean,
Oh yeah, the Steam page is up, and you just can't buy it. It's also still, but
yeah.
that's the thing. It's also available on Ubisoft Store.
So it could.
So I don't.
Well, sometimes they do handle different executables via different stores, but I also think that it could be just a Steam issue because
Maybe
Steam gets a little goofy sometimes.
a little bit quirked up.
But yeah, a Black Flag remake would be great, but also, I don't know. I want to see. I want to see what the fuck they're doing with what is that fucking game? Skull
Literally
and
any other
Bones.
game. I'm,
Isn't there
I'm pretty sure
news
Skull and
about
Bones
that?
just isn't going to come out.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Skull and
what
Bones,
happened?
which just recently had like a fucking closed beta too. Um,
Oh,
what I'm seeing here is it has lost its third director who has been working on it since 2018. So, a good few years there. But apparently she'd been sent to the studio to reboot the creative vision of Skull and Bones, and then apparently she succeeded, and now they are basically having her go somewhere else and bringing someone else in to finish it. I don't know.
okay.
I want the game to be good.
I mean, even if you can view it as like they finally found a captain to steer their ship in the right direction, it's like, well, why did she
Pirate.
fucking. Well, I wasn't even going for that, but that's good, yeah. Why did she a captain goes down with their ship, god damn it. We'll
Yeah.
fucking stay with the project until it's done.
Yeah, like
Uh,
any project that goes through like a bunch of fucking lead directors is like destined to fail.
Well, what is causing it? Is Ubisoft forcing them to include shit or like what's happening?
Well, I mean, Ubisoft is kind of like the best way to describe it when it comes to a lot of these studios. A lot of them do kind of run people ragged. Like you're basically just writing code for 50 hours. It can be kind of we're like 60 to 70 hours most of the time, but it
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's weird, but I hope the
mean-
game comes out and it's good.
Yeah, I
Nothing to
mean,
really
like
hope for.
I don't think it. I mean, if it had a CBT, I don't know. Did people like it?
I think I heard good things. I didn't. I was so like out of it with the game. I was like, yeah, I'll just wait for it to release or for a public beta. I didn't. It's not
even
a game
you
I was
didn't
clamoring
want it.
for. Yeah,
Wow.
the idea is great. I mean, I love the ship combat in Black Flag. I would love more games that have ship combat.
Well, but the thing is Black Flag was like a fucking decade ago, and they're not making Assassin's Creed games in the same engine anymore.
Yeah,
So, like, they had to kind of move on from that, I guess. But I guess I'm just like, you'd think somebody would have an idea or a vision for this thing and stick with it a little bit. I don't know how difficult it is. If Ubisoft's not forcing their corporate cock down the, developers' throats, you think somebody would just be like, all right, pirate game. Let's make a cool pirate game.
yeah.
And have like some kind of vision, but like I don't know why it's in development hell so long.
I mean, the thing I'll say is like at least props to Ubisoft for keeping up with it and not just canceling it because they do like the idea clearly. Like there's something there. It's just
Yeah.
the problem is from an outside looking in point of view, as someone who's I actually was kind of interested when we first announced it because I was like, hey, ship to ship combat, we're playing other players, that's neat. See, fucking Sea of Thieves wasn't out then.
I mean, they're probably trying to figure. You know what it is? Probably the person who was making it. Maybe they were. She was probably like interested in the game and passionate about it, and then they got to the point where they're like, okay, the game is looking good. Time to start adding in the microtransaction system so that you can super
Yeah.
bolster your ship. And she was like, all right, maybe she had integrity and bolted.
I mean, the thing I'll say is I just hope if there is that, it's not as fucking annoying as it got with some of the later AC games because they started introducing that with
PvP.
4. Or no,
If it is
before 4.
if it is a PvP game, it's going to be fucking. They're probably trying to work out how best to monetize that and screw people over.
Well, I mean, from what I remember from For Honor, I haven't played that game in about a year or two. So if things have updated with For Honor, folks, please inform me below. But That game's monetization is like you'll buy the characters for like $5, I think, and the characters are all pretty like relatively well balanced from what I experienced. It's not, there's some other games I can mention, Dead by Daylight, where a character is currently horrifically unbalanced. It's been that way since about a year now. Like they actually took time to fix shit. So I don't know. I'm hoping for positivity with this. I don't know. The Ubisoft minds can produce a great game every once in a while. It just takes a lot of fucking time. It seems.
Yeah. They made that Rayman DLC thing for
yeah, which
the Rabbids game.
I've actually heard solid things about it, but I just have not picked the game up yet, which I probably will on a sale.
It looks good.
If it's anything like the first game, I will recommend it to people who really liked XCOM but haven't liked the latest XCOM games. It'll hold you over.
Yeah, I mean, it seems cool. I think I've heard it's, pretty good. It looks interesting. I just, I would like a Rayman 4. I want a 3D Rayman platformer again, I don't know that that's asking so much. You'd think that Ubisoft...
You gotta do you gotta hit them where it really counts. You have to buy the Rayman DLC 7 different times.
You kind of have to buy the Rayman DLC.
That's the only way to fucking show them that people are still interested in Rayman. Apparently.
Yeah, I guess that's like we're now forced against our will to buy the Rabbids game so that people will fucking know and the DLC.
It's like man, it's like that. It was a remake of Banana Blitz, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, and Sega was just like, "Hey, so we know this is the game that kind of ruined the series and everything, but if you want another Monkey Ball, you better fucking buy this."
Aren't we finally getting a new Monkey Ball though? Which is
we just got we got Banana Mania a couple years ago.
I thought they announced something
really good. I'm not sure about new announcements. I haven't been paying much attention.
They're probably gonna make a new one at some point. They've been kind of gearing up toward that, and those last two were pretty popular. So, the other example is Scott the Waz's favorite Chibi Robo Ziplash. Where they just completely entirely changed the genre, and they're like, maybe if you buy this one, you'll get the game you actually want.
Yeah, it literally felt like, all right, bitch, if you want this, you're gonna have to buy the shitty one. Like, okay. Huh. Yeah, I mean, hey, Super Monkey Ball, though, it's, I'm looking here, Banana Mania, the reviews are pretty good. I might actually pick that up soon.
Banana Mania is good. Banana Blitz HD, stay the fuck away from it.
Yeah, it's Banana Blitz.
Bad.
Probably like the best way to play that game, but yeah.
But also,
why bother?
Would you like to? That is a question.
Like the Switch is the best way to play fucking Resident Evil 6, but also why?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun co-op game just to laugh at the stupidity.
But you're not playing it for like a super gameplay experience. You're playing it because it's silly.
Sure.
Yeah, the thing is, Banana Mania does let you play as Kiryu and Sonic, so like.
Yeah. Also just a Dreamcast in a ball.
Oh, that's pretty good. I didn't know about that one.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't gonna look up. Katamari also is getting to a better extent though, because those games are actually good.
Yeah.
Wait, unlike Super Monkey Ball?
Well, unlike
Monkey Ball's good.
Banana Blitz.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was Katamari Damacy reroll, and then We Love Katamari reroll, and I think plus something else. But we're actually getting remakes and hopefully new ones, because I fucking love those games, even the Vita one. So it's nice to see that getting some love.
The Katamari series is a weird one because, like, it seems like one that you could pretty easily do, like, just make a new one, Forehead. Like, I don't know, you just roll a bunch of stuff, it's fine. But the guy who makes it, the original artist guy who behind the whole, like, art style, and I think he was, like, the head lead on the game.
Yeah.
He like left Namco, I think, and he
Yep.
went on to do other shit. And so like I don't know what they're doing with it. They're like kind of afraid to touch it or do anything new with it. They haven't had an actual new one since I think there might have been like an iPhone game in like the early 2010s.
Yeah, I think the last like official release was the like We Touch Katamari, which was a Vita one.
Oh, the Vita, yeah.
Yeah,
The
touch my
PS Vita.
Katamari. Touch my Katamari.
Yeah,
Wow,
which I heard was pretty good.
I always remember the Vita as something recent, but no, that was 10 years ago.
That was more
Yeah.
than 10 years ago, brother.
Well, yeah, but it was relevant 10 years ago.
I
Probably the
know.
last time it was relevant was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still genuinely I miss that fucking console. That's why I'm genuinely kind of disappointed about the PlayStation Portal in
Yeah.
different ways. I think it's a cool device. I hope it's cool, but
The cool thing about the Portal is that the word portal is like almost the word portable, but if you
Yep.
took like half of it out, so it really
Yeah.
fits the console pretty well.
It's great.
It's about half as good as a real portable.
see, the only way this would really work though is if they announce a PlayStation 5 Slim that's as slim as like the PS2 Slim.
Oh yeah.
If they got it that
I
fucking
mean-
slim, you can take that anywhere.
I mean, we got to talk about how the Switch 2 is supposedly popping off.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently it can run that Matrix Unreal 5.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
a strong fucking demo, and if it can run that,
Well,
Yeah.
it's being said that it's not as powerful as a PS5 or a Series X, but that it has, what is it, like a DLSS thing on its
yeah, it's gonna be
video
leveraging.
thing?
It's gonna be leveraging because it will most likely be running whatever the current or like next in line Tegra chip is, because the Switch is running the Tegra X1, which is
Yeah, the Tegra X1 is a 2014 chip.
yeah, and
Wow.
you would not believe, because I mean, when people know what they're working on, like when they're working on known hardware, it can be pretty good. They've pulled out some
We got fucking
amazing
Tears of the Kingdom on like a nearly decade-old hardware.
we
Jesus Christ.
we got fucking Witcher 3
Xenoblade
running at
3.
we got Witcher 3 running at a moderately decent frame rate on,
I mean,
on
that-
something made for
Witcher
basically
3
phones.
I guess, yeah, but Witcher 3 at least came out like a year after that. I'm thinking about like
Yeah.
fucking Astral Chain or
Oh, yeah.
Xenoblade 3 or whatever.
Xenoblade 3 especially. That game, if
That is a
anyone hasn't
technical
played it,
fucking marvel. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really my thing, but looking at that on the Switch, it's probably the best Switch. Like putting
Yeah.
that side by side with fucking Pokemon was like the big meme for a
Yeah, it's
while for how embarrassing that looked.
night and day almost differences.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the Switch 2, they apparently also had a souped up Breath of the Wild thing, which was like, I don't think
Yeah.
it was said that it was working in 4K or 60 FPS, but it was apparently significantly better than the original, which is interesting. There's no word that they would like sell
Yeah.
it or anything, but it could be backwards compatibility. The whole thing could be fake, but apparently a lot of people did actually get access to the Switch 2
yeah,
at Gamescom, which I feel like was not talked about nearly as much as you'd think it would have been.
well,
Yeah,
because it
I
was
didn't even
held
know it
off
was
until because we covered base Gamescom, but we didn't cover like because
There
Gamescom
was a
lasts
whole
like a whole
thing,
week.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm trying to find here where it's at, but yeah, supposedly also there's possibly them doing different kind of Joy-Cons, like Hall Effect. That's been one that I've sort of heard around. I'm like, okay, if we're getting actual Hall Effect joysticks, that'd be really nice. I'm trying to see where else here, because there's more leaks, but I gotta find them. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, Nintendo. I mean, if they come out at least with a handheld, basically a Series S,
I was
that'd
about
be
to say,
so
like,
smart.
If they have something on par with the Series S, but maybe aimed more closer towards 1080p,
Yeah.
hell yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
focus on 1080p, 60 frames. That's
The
baseline.
idea of being able to get Elden Ring portably or Street Fighter 6 or some of the other stuff people have
Well,
been suggesting. I mean, it's not
Steam Deck.
unreasonable. Well, yeah, the Steam Deck, but like it's on a Nintendo on something that's like reasonably priced, probably. I guess the Steam Deck isn't that crazy, honestly. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, that
so
would be pretty cool. It's possibly not true, but it would be cool.
what I'm seeing here is the thing is supposedly it is a souped up version of Breath of the Wild, but designed for target specs. Although apparently it will just be a tech demo. There's no suggestion the game may get re-released. At least this is an early rumor, so you don't fully know. But I don't know. I think Nintendo will probably like October of next year announce like the Switch 2 publicly. Because if you remember with the Switch, the NX rumors that like
Yeah,
about
that was going on like
yeah.
well before Nintendo
It was
even
like about a
like
year and a half before, and we started hearing like really I think credible Switch 2 rumors just like April. We started to hear ones that are like, okay, that sounds more realistic.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's possible that like Metroid Prime 4 would be like a launch title.
I still
For
think that
that.
one.
Metro Prime 4 is never coming.
No, it's coming.
Well, like next year we've still got like for games that are still slated. We have a port of Luigi's Mansion 2 for Switch and that new Princess Peach game. We still got a new
Oh yeah,
WarioWare game.
I forgot about the fucking Peach game. That actually looked pretty cool.
I think the safest prediction for Prime 4 would be cross-generation launch, which Nintendo has
Yeah.
done a few times.
Breath of the Wild,
Yep.
Twilight
Twilight
Princess.
It's literally just been Zelda games. Fuck.
Um,
They could change, but
I swear they did one for Animal Crossing.
oh yeah,
Mm.
fuck yeah, you're right. I don't know. I want to see. I want to see the Switch 2 be a very powerful handheld because the handheld market is not just Nintendo now. In a way, it's Valve.
No.
It's
Yeah.
ROG. It's Lenovo. Lenovo has a literal fucking Switch-like thing called the Legion Pro or Legion Go. Legion
Nice.
Go. That I'll send you guys a quick video to look at because it's literally just they even pull off like the Switch, but you can pull them off like horizontally in a way. It's weird, but it's
So
basically a Switch.
So there, speaking of Switch, there were
Yeah.
some leaks. I forget who it was. It was the guy who, before Mario Wonder, I say I forget who it was, and then I immediately say who it was. Before Mario Wonder, he tweeted out all these emojis, like the elephant emoji and stuff like that.
Oh
And people
yeah.
were like, he predicted the thing. He's a knowledgeable insider or whatever. Apparently, he's saying that F-Zero is coming back. The theory now is F-Zero 99
Oh,
because
shit.
apparently there's going to
Alright.
be another direct on like next Thursday or something. This Thursday.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor.
Let's
Yeah.
hope. But
Who knows? By the time this episode comes out, I guess we'll probably know by then. But
It's just gonna be like Shigeru Miyamoto in a dark room, and then he turns a fucking lamp on, and it's the guy who leaked the Switch 2 rumors. He's gonna pull out a gun and just fucking shoot him in the head. That's gonna be the whole direct.
man, I wish Nintendo would do directs like they did with the E3 one where they brought up puppets and shit.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I miss
remember
old
that.
Nintendo
That was the-
presentations.
That fucking presentation made me think that it was like a fucking Robot Chicken sketch. It was
Well,
great.
it was done by the Robot Chicken guys. They
Yeah.
like,
It
helped them
was?
out. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Rest in
yeah.
peace, non-specific action figure. He was a hero to everybody.
Thank you.
Also, the same guy with the F-Zero news is saying Donkey Kong is getting a new thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's been another rumor I've been hearing also. Because they've been
Supposed
working on something retro
Oh.
other than that. But
retro, I don't know if it's them because supposedly it might be Mario versus Donkey Kong, which is kind of a shame.
I mean,
Because that
I
that
would like to
series-
see what they're gonna do with that. But
well, that series started out good. It had like one good game. It was
Yeah,
like
it kind of stopped being good.
it was like a remake of that Donkey Kong 94 Game Boy game. But then they just like turned it into like a weird shovelware thing for some reason.
Yeah.
So that's not very exciting. And also, it's like, I mean, if it's 3D or something, that'd be cool. I think people are kind of waiting for like a 3D Donkey Kong, whatever, like new Donkey Kong, big Donkey Kong game, huge Chungus Donkey Kong right in your
Donkey
face.
Kong
Biggest
65.
Chungus.
Yeah, Donkey Kong 69.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Man, I don't know. I'm just Nintendo's in a really good spot right now. The Switch is on track to be the best-selling console of all time. Let me see how much it's sold.
It's a great thing for everybody because obviously we've seen that when Nintendo does well, they coast on their success and then they act arrogant and fuck up really
they
hard
fuck up
and
bad.
make horrible decisions in their hubris.
Oh, hey, that's every company. I mean, we
It's
talked,
Nintendo worst of all.
but
Yeah, Nintendo does it the most.
Yeah.
let me
Like
see if
we had a
that's-
bit of that for the Xbox One.
Well, then you had the PlayStation for, because if you remember, like the lead into the PS3.
Oh my god.
$599.
There is so there is also another thing from this same leaker who was apparently accurate with Mario Wonder information.
Yeah.
He also said the word wonder, so it's like
Ooh.
he says that there is going to be a remakes of a Wii and DS game. So
like a Wii and DS game, or a Wii game and a DS game?
Pioro liked to tweet speculating the games were remakes of Another Code / Trace Memory, and then the Wii game would maybe be Metroid Prime 3, and maybe Hunters. I don't know. Was there a Wii version of Trace Memory? I remember it was a DS game.
I think there might have been, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm looking at the best to like lowest to million selling items here. The Oculus Quest, the original one, is estimated to have been sold either 1 million or 317,000 units.
Nice.
That's just an estimate. The Quest 2, 20 million. So one was successful, one was not. Yeah, no, the Switch here is 129 million units sold, which is just below the Nintendo DS with 154 million, and then the PlayStation 2 with over 155 million. After a certain point, they can't get concrete numbers, but yeah, the PlayStation
Sony
2
just
is still
stopped trying to count.
Oh yeah, they just were like, fuck it, we won. I mean, hey, PlayStation 4 is number 5. Man, the Xbox One's a little disappointing.
Yeah, it's
58 million.
Why would you even be disappointed by that?
Well, no, just like if you look compared to everything else, it's like it's beaten by the fucking Famicom. It's beaten by the Super Famicom. It's beaten by the Game & Watch.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god, are you serious?
I'm serious.
That's great.
The PS5 is under it right now, but
Microsoft did it to themselves with their fucking online bullshit.
Well, just like that generation was a bad one to lose too. We
have a product for people who can't get an internet connection. It's called Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you shouldn't buy the Xbox One then? Well, no.
Just saying.
Great moments in history.
Don Matrick, I think, single-handedly ruined Xbox as a brand.
It was him and what's his name, Ballmer or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Steve Ballmer wasn't. Like, the problem for him was he wasn't good with gaming. He was great for everything else with Microsoft. It's just for gaming he was kind of dumb.
Yeah, and then you have Don Matrick acting fucking smug. So yeah, I mean,
if you
match made in heaven,
I'm trying to find. I'll admit there's a if Xbox did like a documentary before they released I think before they released Halo, which was Power On, the Story of Xbox. And his episode is admittedly cathartic because he's like, yeah, I was a fucking moron.
Wait,
I might have to.
Don Matrick.
You're gonna have to.
Oh.
Yeah,
he,
you're gonna have to send us a link to all of that
yeah,
because
he was like,
that's some catharsis that I need.
he was like, everything was too focused on TV. We didn't know what we were doing, and looking back, I wasn't focused for people wanting me to be focused, and I should have been focused.
You know what's fucking funny is how
Let's
the
focus on the Xbox 360.
the Wii U
Yeah.
had like it launched with like a Netflix app, didn't it?
Well, it
I
launched
think
with like a
so.
whole TV thing where it was like
Yeah.
it would
'Cause
connect
that
to your
you-
TV and you could use it as a controller for your TV.
Yeah. You mentioned the TV
That-
thing
that-
with
that-
Xbox, and I was
That
like,
fucking
yeah,
feature was actually like the most useful thing
Oh yeah.
really?
because
Like-
you're not gonna fucking it like doubled as a TV remote, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna fucking lose a Wii U gamepad.
Oh yeah. I could spot that thing
That
in the middle
thing
of
is
fucking landfill.
that thing is the size of your torso.
You could
No,
surf on that bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the size of a Wii Fit balance board, basically.
Yeah, so I would use it to turn on the TV for
Oh, yeah.
other things.
Or like
Right.
you could turn down in the middle of the game. So if you like wanted to turn your TV down or up, you could just press one button,
Yeah.
tap up,
I mean,
press the
that-
button again, go back to your game.
That sounds so much more useful than the Xbox version of that TV.
Well, the Xbox,
Yeah,
well, here's the thing, though. The
Xbox,
Xbox
turn
thing was
TV
useful.
down.
Well, the Xbox One thing was useful in a way because what I always did was I would plug in other things also if I needed to. Like I didn't use it just for TV because I did have a TV that
Oh yeah, you
could
could like
connect it.
chain your fucking PS2 through
Yeah.
your Xbox or
PS,
whatever. I remember that.
PS4, Wii U, all of that came through the Xbox. So if I wanted to, I could switch from playing COD so I could play Splatoon.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that is pretty good, you know.
It was useful. I am a
All
little
these-
sad that didn't come forward to the series platforms.
And
But
then,
I
and then
also
the
get it.
PS. Then of course you have the PS3, which had a fucking card reader for every single type of
Oh,
different
dude.
fucking.
Fucking
The
things that
expanded
were
media.
barely used then and
Yeah.
are not used now.
I mean, I was gonna say what was funny was the fact that it started with the fucking like the Wii U started with a TV thing, but the fucking Switch still doesn't have Netflix
Oh yeah.
or YouTube. I think it might have YouTube.
It has YouTube, Twitch, Nico Nico, and I think
Oh.
Hulu.
Yeah,
And Hulu, wow.
and Crunchyroll.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's a few, but like Netflix is not on there, and I'm not sure if that's Nintendo or Netflix that are
It-
deciding not to do that.
It could be both because it's like outside of the 360, the Wii was like the biggest fucking platform for Netflix. Like if you had a Wii, it was pretty much a Netflix machine after a certain point. I think it still works.
Yeah.
I'd have to look.
Yeah, I think it might. I know there was a PS2 Netflix thing you could get as well.
That's cool.
Okay, so unfortunately, Nintendo will suspend all streaming services on the Wii, including the Netflix channel, after January 30th, 2019.
Mm.
So it probably would have still been... Dude, you can still watch it on a Vita, apparently. That's great.
Yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah.
there was that whole TV revolution of the 2010s of like everything is moving to streaming. And I mean, it kind of stuck in the sense that the PS5 has like a game tab and media tab, and you tab over and it's just all Netflix and Disney Plus and stuff.
Yeah.
So that is kind of like the ultimate realization of that. I do think that I never knew that the Xbox had like, I mean, I guess I knew, but I kind of forgot about how you could like link other stuff into it, which is useful. It's kind of like a VCR or some shit. You
Oh,
could
well,
like,
the original one was
yeah.
shaped like it, too.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It fucking looked like one.
New one is just shaped like a bigger, like a fridge instead.
It's, yeah. Which,
Oh,
a nice
Little
fridge.
mini fridge. It's shaped like a subwoofer.
It's
yeah,
like,
actually,
it's actually
it
like
is.
those floor speakers they have now, where it's literally, it
Yeah.
looks like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, the thing is, it's big enough that it's surprising that it doesn't have a feature like that, like some extra ports and stuff. You'd think that for a thing that's that big, like with the PS5, it makes sense. It's kind of slender and everything. It has a few ports on it, and you can't fit too much, but like, I don't know, you figure you could have like a couple extra USBs, maybe like an SD card slot, whatever, like a few things on the Series X.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit lacking.
Well, there's one thing that got rid of both of them this gen that I'm actually fucking mad about, and that's the optical port. Both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S and X.
What does that do?
So that's okay. If you're an audiophile nerd, That
Oh.
is, yeah, it is direct for audio for like 5.1, 7.1. So now, if you want to do that, and it's both manufacturers, and it's also, you know what? Mini rant. 1 second. For
Okay.
it's also on new like Blu-ray players for 4K. Most of the fucking companies are not including the fucking optical port, and they're not including any secondary way to include audio. You have to do direct through HDMI, which, while newer standards for HDMI are nice, not everyone has a fucking receiver that has those newer standards. Just saying. Sorry, a little
Yeah.
pissed.
I mean, I don't really notice it too much with the video quality or anything.
Oh well, yeah,
Are you
but it's for like audio. For like if you have a
Yeah.
surround sound set up,
yeah.
and I've got an older one which I'm still using because I paid $350, for this fucking thing during a pandemic. I'm getting my money's worth. Yeah, it's like I have to upgrade the fucking receiver if I want to use any newer HDMI standards. It's like, nope, fuck
I
you.
don't know. Well,
It,
see what you
it's
clearly
my
needed to
annoyance.
do. You needed to get the $200 gold-plated HDMI cable from Best Buy, Bane.
Dude, I love seeing
You
those
needed
because
to
like
you needed to get Best Buy's Geek Squad to install it for you, and then it would work.
$55 for my gold-plated HDMI cable installation. Plug it
Yeah.
I
in.
got a
Plug it in.
I got a fucking gold-plated HDMI cable for $15.
Oh, but they
And
always
it's
would use
and
that.
it's supposed
Yeah,
it's
they would
supposed to
always
be an
use that.
incredibly high quality fucking thing. It's like I think the brand's Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Apparently,
was
like,
the one
that's
that was always
good
like.
shit.
I think that was always expensive back in the day.
It
Seriously?
was. Yeah, Monster used to be
This
way
was
more.
this shit was $14.
Yeah,
Huh,
when
maybe
they
got a
were
deal.
well, funny enough, Monster used to be like a different company at one point, and they were originally the company that also made Beats by Dre.
Oh,
What ended up
so
happening
much
is
sense now.
that company ended up splitting into two different companies. Like Beats by Dre, which is now owned by Apple. So like the main people who are behind that Monster.
That also makes sense now.
Yep.
Huh.
And then, so the name continued, but it went to a subsidiary they were working with that I think was just cheaper in general. They just took the name.
Yeah.
So hey, that's why Monster doesn't cost as much as it used to. Because if you're like me, remembering through Best Buy when you were like 14, like how the fuck is this HDMI cable $60?
I
And
mean,
it's
to be
fucking
fair,
6 foot.
it's probably not worse than it was back then. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it's just
Like, that was
everything's gotten more expensive.
well, no, it's like that was just a scam back then, and at this
Yeah.
point, it's like instead of a scammer, it's just like a low grade,
It's like, give us
generic
money.
cable.
Yeah, it's like, we're not going to scam you anymore, but, hey, if you're looking over here, yeah, peruse our wares.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Eventually I will upgrade, but I'm being stubborn. Like, I'm not spending $400 on a new sound system fucking centerpiece. I won't work with my speakers.
I would like to try to find I don't know, like a used secondhand subwoofer kind of thing
I
for my
feel it.
computer. I'm sick of having these like two tiny dinky little desktop speakers. No bass whatsoever.
Yeah.
Honestly,
there's some
I
good
got
ones on
mine.
speakers.
I got mine for like $20, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not really that bad.
They new?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I got them in 2018,
Oh, well, did you get them
and
new?
I got them like new in packaging. Yeah, I'm not
Oh, okay.
sure. I'm pretty sure these were like 2 or 3 years old when I bought them, like the model. They're
Well, I mean,
Logitechs. I don't know the exact model.
what's that, like 2016 or so? Like, it's whatever. It's a speaker. I think they perfected that shit back in like the 60s.
Yeah, so you see, the thing is, like, mine have plenty of bass too. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Like, I have a little bass dial on the side, and I can crank that shit as high as I want to. But I keep it at
Oh, that's the
around.
good stuff.
I keep it at around half though. Half it's fine for most uses.
Yeah, you don't want too much. It gets overwhelming.
It starts to shake.
Ooh, okay, so I am reading here on some more speculation about the Switch 2, and I'll just knock this out super quick because this is kind of interesting.
You're reading leaks.
I am reading
Ooh.
leaks.
Good.
These are
That's a great
illegal.
segue.
Ooh. Okay, so supposedly it's going to have about 12 gigs of RAM for a consumer,
Yes.
Cool.
which that's really good for handheld.
Yeah.
It also is suggested that Nvidia may be giving them a really good deal on this because they want to push DLSS harder than AMD's pushing FSR. Which, for nerd people like me, yeah, you can understand why AMD really, why AMD's doing really well with that, and why Nvidia really fucking wants this to be successful here.
Yeah.
And supposedly, Nintendo did patent something interesting here.
Oh.
Yeah, supposedly it's a function of the CPU where the game can internally run at a lower resolution, but notice when it's being plugged into like a power socket or like a TV basically, and instantly upscale, like it'll digitally upscale and then actually scale that while it's recognizing that it's in the docked position. So you're not going to
Okay.
lose resolution. It's just going to it'll instantly know that it's being put to a TV, upscale that base image with AI, and then let the CPU catch up to it being rendered. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So like when you put a game on the Switch and it takes a second for it to switch over, that should remove that kind of switch over time.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I've never really
That'd be
noticed
really
the switch
cool.
over time, honestly.
I mean, it's slight, but it's also like just getting super high resolutions like instantly. Also, that's good. That's cool tech if they can
Oh
pull it
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it's not going to be like as powerful as a PS5 in your pocket, but it's going to be able to upscale stuff like artificially to make it more or less look the same as a PS5 or something on par with that. So, or at least like a PS4 Pro, you know?
Yeah.
And at the very
Dang.
least, anything that's on PS4 or Xbox One should probably manage to be on the fucking Switch too.
And because the Switch is just so like, I mean, the main reason people have just been porting so many things is the install base is higher than both like PS4 and Xbox One. So people have been porting games that,
Yeah.
let's be honest here, should not be on that platform, like Mortal Kombat 11, like Mortal Kombat
And
1.
and then they
Well,
they
Mortal
do the
Kombat was on the SNES and the
well
N64.
Yeah, true.
hardware wise.
But I'm talking like the new one, like
Oh,
spec wise.
hardware-wise.
Yeah, you know what I
I thought
mean.
you meant like it doesn't
Yeah,
No,
fit
like-
on there.
oh,
Yeah,
no.
you're.
Yeah.
I mean, even Doom Eternal was the one that was like people were like, "Is this really coming to the Switch?" And then it did, and it
Yeah.
was
Like,
somehow managed to do it.
It worked, and it performed as well
Reasonably
as
well.
a Switch game of Doom Eternal reasonably good.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of these companies just kind of do it wrong. They just they have it set to like PC minimum specs,
Yeah.
and then just decrease the resolution instead of like maybe decreasing the poly counts of some of the fucking characters or something like that.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of games though where it's like screen tearing central.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh
Dead by Daylight is. I have to bring that up now. It seems every time. Fuck.
yeah.
Its Switch version.
Assassin's Creed.
Its Switch version is hilariously embarrassing because you can't hit the QTEs. Like you gotta learn the timing for QTEs because VSync is off.
Oh
So-
no.
So yeah, you're
Right.
Goddamn.
yeah. It's really hardcore mode is what it is, you know.
Yeah, it's like trying to play a fighting game on PS now.
I'm playing with tilt controls.
I love spamming that in one of those games where it's just like I'm playing with tilt controls just to see how many people target you instantly. They'll remember you.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Now okay, here's all right, one last Switch 2 related thing before I get off this topic completely. Will we get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Plus?
I think
Oh,
we're
good
probably
God.
just gonna get backwards compatibility on that.
I mean, they can do
If they fucking port the same game again, I'd shit myself. I think they're
That would be
already
funny.
the
planning-
Rockstar
Doesn't-
treatment.
It would be so
Well-
fucking funny.
Mario Kart 9 is gonna include anal, so like they're already talking about that.
It
No.
might have to. Yeah, it is One of the best-selling video games of all time with over 63.92 million copies sold.
Fucking hate Mario Kart, dude.
Yeah, that is over.
Nintendo's been coasting on this for a whole ass generation and a half.
Yeah, like it is the best-selling Wii U game with. Let me see here. Okay, tell you what, we'll play a game. Take a guess on how many of the Wii U sold compared to the Switch.
I'm gonna say 2040.
Like,
I mean, like,
okay, 20 million
comparison?
yeah, like how many million do you think it sold? Like, so
Oh,
Tristan
I'd
just
say,
said
like-
20.
Wait, actually, no.
Okay.
I take that back. The Wii
Okay.
U didn't even sell 20 million. I'd say
No.
8 million on Wii U.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I go with like 6 million.
Tristan is correct with 8.46 million sold. It is a
Oh.
best-selling Wii U game.
Yeah,
What is that?
because the
That's
Wii U
funny.
sold 13 million. I don't know why I said 20 million.
I
Huh,
think it,
huh.
I think it
I
sold
was
like
going to
20.
say 20 million, so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, how much did Wii U sell? A 13.56. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
Oh my
It
god.
did
What
not
else?
sell that much.
You had the list that said that fucking Game & Watch outsold the Xbox One. What
Yep.
outsold the Wii U?
Oh,
something embarrassing.
let me find it here. I've got so many. I can just probably type in.
Probably like
Tell me the-
TurboGrafx 16.
Okay.
Oh god, tell me that Ouya outsold it.
No. Okay, so the Quest 2 has outsold the Wii U by about 7 million.
Whoa.
Huh.
Yep, Xbox Series
You
X and
wouldn't-
S 21 million.
You wouldn't even consider the fucking Quest 2 to be like a real console, quote
Yeah.
unquote, in the normal sense.
Well, it's like
but
a different beast, but it
better
lapped
than the Wii U.
it lapped the Wii U by 7 million, and it's still
Damn.
being sold. They're putting out the Quest 3 also, I think, in a few months, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Fuck Facebook, but it is cool tech.
Yeah.
The Atari 2600 has outsold both. Well, has outsold the Wii U and the Quest 2 and the GameCube and the original Xbox and the Series
That
X.
makes sense.
Well,
yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
There-
Atari was like massive. At the
30
time.
million. And we're getting a spiritual technical successor with the 2600 Plus, I think, is coming out. Yeah, the Atari company is weird.
Yeah.
Atari is allegedly is all around.
What happened with
Atari's
that like Linux PC that we're making?
They were making some weird fucking scam console and it fucking tanked, and now there's another weird scam console. Allegedly's all around. Don't buy anything from Atari. They're fucking scammers, allegedly.
I think this is it's
They have
going
like
to
a
be like
fucking NFT Atari token or some shit. Don't buy Atari shit.
I am looking here. Apparently the VCS the console we were talking about did come out. I just don't think anyone has talked about it.
No. I mean, at least that's better than the fucking Amico.
Yeah. Yeah, VCS, you can... How much... Okay, it's sold out.
Huh.
But apparently it was like 300, so that was something.
$300 to get to play fucking... like what? The adventure game, Burger Time or something? I don't know.
Yeah, when I first heard about this, because it was announced like...
This is a 2600 plus here.
Yeah, 2017, I think.
Yep.
What we're talking about, and like, I swear everyone was saying like, oh well, here's this new Atari console. It's basically just going to be a gaming PC that you put up on your fucking, by your TV, and everyone was like, that's dumb. But no, looking at it now, it just looks like it's a fucking Atari Classic console.
Well, this is allowing you to actually play
this
real
one here
Atari games.
this one here I just linked is the 2600 plus.
Yeah, this is actually not bad because
this is
an
a cool
updated
thing.
like this is just an updated Atari. I think it also plays 7800 as well.
Yep.
So it comes.
This looks good.
It comes with a 10-in-1 cart, but then it also plays real carts from back in the day. So that's cool. That's worth it. That's
and it comes,
129 too. For
it
that.
does come with some of the best games that you could play on it, with Adventure, Haunted House, Yar's Revenge. Yar's Revenge fucks. I'll defend Yar's Revenge.
You could get you could get straight up an Atari plug and play console that is scuffed as fuck, doesn't run the original games, doesn't have switches on the front. You have to do everything with an in-game emulator menu for like most of that $130 price tag.
True.
Yeah.
So
I have
you're really getting a lot when you fucking upgrade to this.
I'm pretty sure I have like one of the Evercade, one of the carts that has like Atari games, and it's like $30 or some shit.
I mean,
I
I
gotta
think,
get an EverDrive from my NES.
I do think this is the kind of shit they should be making. If anyone from Atari ever listens to us, this is the kind of shit you should be making. Make more
Also
of this.
sponsor us.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
I mean,
fucking $10,000.
I will say I did just say that Atari was scammers, but if they make this looks like a good looks like a good thing to make as like a virtual console, like a classic console where it's like it actually functions as the old console if you want it to, but also it plays like, 10-in-1 carts or whatever.
Yeah,
like that's great.
Okay,
that one you just posted, that's what I was talking about.
I did find they're still selling the VCS.
Yeah.
It's $199.99.
This fucking thing. No, this is garbage.
They decreased it by half.
See,
See,
the thing I'm intrigued
one of the
here,
things about this, it was supposed to involve like you're supposed to be able to make games on this thing.
Yeah, it seems
like
like
it's apparently a computer.
Yeah, it's it's specs they list on here because you can they include a USB you can buy. I saw on here where it includes like the operating system for a PC. It's like a separate Linux thing, but so you can turn it into a computer if you want, which is kind of neat. I don't know. My only problem with it is I hate the official controller that they released for it, and I'll link it here because
is it the one that's literally just a fucking controller?
It's like an Xbox controller but worse.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. I mean, it literally does look like an Xbox controller.
It's fucking scuffed, like weird.
It's a Power A controller. It's a Power A controller.
It looks like an Ouya controller.
Oh yeah, it looks better.
No, it
looks
actually
better.
This shit on the sub that crashed.
I mean, I will say I like the red control stick. I think that's cool. But then it has the random red bumper.
I think it's a trigger.
I guess that's meant to be like.
And then they do sell these. Yes. These are separate, like old school joysticks, which
don't look good.
I'll admit I do kind of like it.
See, it needs the ability. I have a Dreamcast controller that I got that's like a third-party one where you can twist the control stick.
Yeah.
It needs that so that it doubles as like an Arkanoid paddle, because those are also being sold for like $30. Also,
for Breakout.
Their fucking VCS thing is saying that it has thousands of retro games, featuring 100 classic arcade and console games, and then thousands of retro games with Ant Stream Arcade.
Yeah, that's a real thing. I haven't tried.
Never heard of this, but I'm looking at it. It seems kind of interesting. I can't tell if it's like a paid-for thing.
Yeah, it's it's a subscription. I think there's a subscription. I think. Let me look. On PC, you can. Oh, I gotta set up an account. Fuck! It plays music on the site. Hang on. Muting that immediately. 1 second. I'll tell you what the website's cost. I know it's available on Xbox, but I think it's a different pricing system. I'm not sure. Accept privacy policy.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm in Canada.
And username. Snipe this. No one took Fuzhou. Thank you. Hey. Let's see. Okay, so there is an unlimited subscription, like an annual thing for $39.99, or monthly for $3.99 for a bunch of arcade games. Which
that's not terrible.
I mean, especially because these are older games too. Streaming is not going to hurt for them. Like, because these are games like Earthworm Jim. So basically, like, it streams it all to RAM, I think, and then you play from there. But like Robotron, stuff like that, Joust, but yeah, it's also on Xbox, and on Xbox, this is what I was thinking of. They have a lifetime pass and a 12-month subscription. The lifetime pass for Xbox is 1 second. $80, but you get it as long as the service will go on. And I think it is cross-compatible, so you get it on PC too. I don't know. It's a weird pricing system, but
Well, it seems kind of cool. I guess if you buy the VCS thing, you get access to that, which is neat, I guess. You know, I mean, I don't know. The VCS looked like a fucking scam, but I guess for $200 for like a retro console, it's not like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I'm looking through trying to find. Stay on free tier, thank you. A lot of pop-ups, sorry. But like there's Mortal Kombat 1, Smash TV, Space Invaders, Marble
Wow.
Madness. Like there's a lot of different games on here. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja.
Yeah, this is pretty neat. Well, I mean,
Alright.
we're gonna have to bleep you're gonna have to bleep out every usage of the name of this site, by the way, because we're not sponsored.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by them. We are, however, sponsored by Cushy Dreams, and it is
Hey,
our mark. Hey, hell
that's
yeah.
good timing, boys.
That it
Exactly.
is. Folks, do you have things that ail you?
I have rheumatism and arthritis
Yeah.
and autism.
My balls itch. And you know what cures my
Hell
ball
yeah.
itch? Cushy Dreams.
Honestly, I smoked yesterday and I'm still high. Will Cushy Dreams cure that?
It can, by making you more high.
You know, hair of the
Dude,
dog
hell
and all
yeah.
that.
Exactly. Look, Cushy Dreams has smokable Delta 8 CBD flower. They got pre-rolls. They've got gummies. Both me and Tristan have tried a lot of these products. They are amazing. Claw Canxies
They're
in
very
Canada.
good.
It is
Yeah,
only available in the
US
US and and it's legal to anybody who partakes
Yeah.
in the US. It
Yes,
comes
they
with
are
a little
federally legal.
federally legal. It comes with a little thing so that you can rub it in a cop's face or an old man or whoever if
Yeah.
they start being like, "Why are you smoking that reefer?" And you can
Yeah.
be like, "It's legal reefer,
First you scream
Grandpa."
at them, "Am I being detained?" And then you grab a pamphlet and show them.
Yeah.
It even says on here, while these products may look like marijuana, they are not. They are as close to marijuana as possible, but they are not.
They
But
really,
I think
really
they-
printed a bitch you thought on the label.
They really
Hell
I
did.
think
yeah.
they would. I think they would confuse you though, as you, Bane. You're someone who's used to smoking a lot of weed.
I
Tristan,
am,
You're,
yeah.
you're not that used to it, but both of you enjoy it.
But I can tell you this:
Yes.
it's honestly sometimes better than like the traditional shit.
It's smooth as fuck.
It's tasty.
Like actually, yeah.
Like the fucking gummies, man. I've tried a lot of edibles, both the official kind you can buy in a package and the kind you buy off a guy you talk to on Snapchat. Look, I've tried shit before. I can tell you this: no aftertaste that isn't the flavor it says it is, because
Yeah.
that's a common one. That's most of the gummies usually.
A lot of them
taste
just taste like
shit.
ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fucking like the blue raspberry ones that I got recently tasted wonderful. The fucking
Yeah, if you've
tangerine
got a-
ones. Oh my god.
If
I've
you
had
get
the
a little-
tangerine ones. I can attest. Those are nice.
Nice. If you get a little aftertaste and it is actually the thing that you're, flavor that the flavor is, then that's just a good thing, frankly. That's just a flavor that lingers, really.
Exactly. It's the kind of flavor that you want out of a
Yeah.
gum. But they also have different, like they have an assorted pack which has peach, pineapple, blackberry, stuff like that. There's also Delta 9 gummies, which include strawberry, sour watermelon, green apple, tangerine. And honestly, it's good stuff for you, and it also helps us. It's a win-win.
That's right.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Are you like me?
I hope so.
I think so.
Get some cushy dreams.
You want to be
That's
like
all
him
I
right
got.
now.
That's all I gotta
Get some cushy
say.
dreams.
Damn, he's really toasted. Well,
Listen, that's the thing. Smoked last night.
Yeah.
I'm still feeling funny. That's the power of cushy dreams.
I'm still
Hell
feeling it.
And with that,
He's really in his feelings, and it's all thanks to Cushy Dreams. And if you go to the website,
Yep.
like Bane said,
cushydreams.com.
cushydreams.com.
Use your damn code. Our damn code.
What's the
Loud.
code?
Go
Loud 25.
Loud.
That's right.
Loud 25.
Loud 25 at
I think I
checkout,
picked
and then
Guess
get
how much
he-
that gets you off. Guess.
that gets me off so hard I could come everywhere right now, Tristan.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
God.
It'll get you off so much that you'll want to come. Okay?
See,
That gets you 25% off.
Yes.
yes, 25% off. I bet you guessed that because you're a smart individual.
Yeah.
And
You
you
know
know
what smart
what?
people
You
do?
can prove how smart you are by going to cushydreams.com and using our code LOUD25.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to help us? You want to help yourself? You want to help the Mother Nature, planet, Gaia, Earth, Kashkawi goddess? Buy weed now.
Yeah. Hey, look, it helps you and it helps us.
Exactly.
It's a pretty nice deal all around.
It's literally win-win. Plus, I mean, we're getting into the holidays. We're getting, we got about a month and a half until Halloween, roughly. I'm approximating here. You want to be high for the spooky season. Believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be nice and toasty when it gets cold.
I am planning on getting blitzed with Cushy Dreams and then going to watch Saul X. So that is
Oh,
my
hell
plan.
yeah.
I'm gonna go watch Paw Patrol in my underpants.
Woo! Hell yeah, pajamas and socks. There you go.
Exactly.
But yeah, with that, you go to cushydreams.com and use promo code LOUD25. Again, please be United States and 21.
No
21
kids.
and older. Yes.
No, I mean, you can have kids. Just keep it safely out of their reach.
Yes.
You know how tall they are. Make sure
Remember-
they don't get any step ladders.
Remember, the top shelf is important.
Put it on top of a cabinet. Don't even put it on the
Cut-
shelf. Put it above.
Preferably keep your children's... Oh, I can't say that. Keep your children short. That's all I'm going to say.
buy an incredibly boring book, cut out the middle. That's where you
Yeah.
put your cushy dreams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Buy a copy
Kids
of
are-
Infinite Jest. No one will
Yeah,
fucking read past.
Kids are not going to pick up a copy of Infinite Jest. They're not going to pick up a copy of Grapes of Wrath. You know what I'm
Kids are
saying?
probably not that interested in books like that, but they would be interested in the weed. However, the weed is for 21 and up. cushydreams.com promo code LOUD25 at checkout.
That's KUSHY dreams. You know how to spell
I
dreams.
will
Come
kill
on.
you. I will kill you if you don't go to the website, you fuck.
Yeah.
He's right.
You would not
He's
believe
right.
what he
He's
will
threatened. He's threatened me with violence like this before. Listen to him, please.
I'm unstoppable.
do. He will
You
do
have
it
no
again.
proof.
He
You
will
have
do it
no
again.
proof.
I'll kill again.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you want a book to hollow out, really do buy Infinite Jest. It is over 1,000 pages. Jesus
It's
fucking
massive.
Christ.
Nice. You could also buy the Fena book where he talks about Lucy Lacemaker and her head cutting obsession.
Oh yeah. God, I actually might buy this book just to hollow it out because it's used for like $4.52 on Amazon.
Bane,
Good
what
lord.
use do you really have to hollow out a book like it's the fucking what?
Shut-
What? What?
hold
How
on,
did
hold
that
on.
even
Shut the
come
fuck
from?
up.
Hold on,
Shut
hold
the
on.
fuck up. That's what.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on. Do you think I'm with the feds know what I do with books?
I guess so.
That's the thing. He doesn't even need a reason. It's
Yeah.
just cool.
I just want to do it.
It's pretty cool. I can't deny. I'm not denying
You-
that it's cool. It's
you know
the
what-
practicality that I'm calling into question.
You know what I want to do though? I want to do like absurd shit, like hollow out a book and just put an iPad in it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be fun.
Just pull it out
No.
randomly.
See, yeah,
Well,
no. See, what you got to do, you don't do that. You have to use it with like a Nook or like a
Oh.
Gen 1 Kindle because otherwise the screen glare is going to give you away.
Oh yeah, you're right. Especially you got to get those like almost like Game Boy Advance level darkness that they'd fucking have Kindles.
Yeah.
God, yeah, I know. I saw somebody trying to read one of those like early gen fucking Kindles, and it's just like you have to take a fucking flashlight to that thing to even read a fucking little bit of text. It's embarrassing.
It's nuts.
Crazy.
God, yeah. Now e-ink is Have you guys ever seen those little e-ink devices before?
I want one for some fucking manga.
I'd
That
like
would be
that,
really nice for manga. But like the early days, it would take so long to refresh. Because I knew a kid who had one, and I saw him trying to read a book, and he'd swipe, and it literally took a minute for it to go to the next page. I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh
Dang.
man.
It was like the early 2010s when those things started getting moderately
Yeah.
decent.
They were working on like, single core processor clock speed of like half a megahertz.
Oh yeah, and the
2
thing is,
hertz.
they're so fucking cool. I wish they would refresh at 60 hertz because I'd love to play like weird like El Shaddai. If you guys remember that game, I'd play that game on an
Oh.
e-ink display.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or fucking Return of the Obra Dinn.
Oh,
Oh, you know what would look good on e-ink is like old Mac games like Dark Castle or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
There's because there's a lot of those like 1-bit games that would just look fucking good on
Yeah.
that.
I'm actually
Um,
looking at Kindles right now. Is Kindle e-ink? Is that the right
I
thing?
I think some of
One
them
of
are.
yeah, like the early gen ones are.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a
What would
game.
There's
I
like
be
a
looking?
paper
What?
white, I think.
Yeah. What would I
Yeah.
be looking at more suitably?
Um.
Um,
Oh, let
Like,
me let
what's
me think.
what's the good e-ink device these days?
well, if you want to specifically read manga, and specifically, I mean just Fist of the North Star or Naruto or Captain Tsubasa, there's the E1 book.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those for Fist of the North Star.
Well,
Why
what I'm reading
is that
here, there's
specifically those ones?
Because it's like they use they use like cards for their libraries.
Oh, okay.
I am reading
Jesus
here.
Christ.
There is one that is suggested that's like for writing called The Remarkable 2, and that is actually really tempting because I think it'd be satisfying to write on an e-ink device. I'll have to look into that,
Let's
but
see.
I'm gonna let you guys continue. I'm gonna grab something real quick because I need a
The
drink.
ones I'm seeing are very expensive. Like there's this one from
Yeah.
Lenovo that's £405, mate.
Oh damn. Yeah. I'm seeing like 143.69 to 300, 500. Damn, yeah. Pretty pricey.
Let's see. The Onyx Note Air 2 Plus. And it doesn't say a price. Okay, never mind. Fuck top 10 lists.
I mean, this seems kind of cool, but man, I don't think I need that necessarily right now.
Yeah, sadly they're just really expensive right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's a novelty when you already have the books a lot of the time. Like for me, I have most books that I actually want to read at this point, but I'm like, am I just on my phone in the subway? Maybe I would like to have, a book to read or something. It'd be nice for that sort of thing.
I feel that.
Yeah,
But it is just kind of like
I
a novelty.
like even with just the normal tablet. Like I have a Kindle Fire HD8, and screen 720p, but like
But
it's
for
a
reading,
decent 720p. Yeah, it's a decent 720p, even if you're like using it for
Oh
manga
yeah.
or fucking like incredibly detailed source books and stuff like that.
I got
I
one of
mean,
those
Just zoom
super
in.
cheap iPads they released a few years ago, and that's usually what I do like a lot of stuff on for like
yeah.
reading and shit.
I really got to try to get my fucking Samsung tablet fixed because all I ever used it for was just like reading the Marvel Unlimited app, reading comics or whatever. And then
Yeah.
just randomly one day it broke, and the way it broke was like it was like I guess the screen just started thinking that I was pressing on it all the time, no,
Oh,
when I wasn't, and
Yeah,
so just random stuff was opening, and I'm like, yeah, just turn it off, never use it again. And it was probably covered on warranty up to a point, and I don't have the receipt anymore, so I just have to like, bite the bullet and probably get it repaired. Because other than that, it was like a decent device.
yeah.
and yeah, I don't know. When that iPad breaks, I'm gonna be a little sad. It's like fuck, I do a lot of shit on this, but
I had a
I do want to
fucking
get one of those mini ones.
oh yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
it'd be
had a
nice.
fucking iPad mini that I got from like making a bank account like a decade ago. I still have it.
Holy shit.
And I
Wow.
don't think it would work very well. I stopped using it like a couple years after I got it was already a bad one when I got it because it was like just a cheap promotional thing. But like yeah, that was when that was like Gamergate era when I was fucking posting on Twitter all the time. I was on that iPad and I remember it kept getting worse with time. Like and you'd hear stories about are the tech companies throttling their fucking devices so that you'll buy their new one? And I'm like, yeah, they super are. They
Yeah.
Yeah.
totally are. I mean, it's a cross between them doing that and then also the actual apps that you're using are updating and they're like requiring more resources and shit. So it's a little bit of both. But yeah, that thing felt like it was like actively getting worse as I was using it.
Yeah, I had that happen with it was like a not a Lenovo tablet, but it was a Motorola tablet they had, like one of the earliest
Mm.
ones. And it's like I could instantly tell with each update. I'm like, oh, it's slower. Oh no.
Yep. I'm starting to feel that with my phone, and I don't like it. I'm not
Yeah.
happy about it.
Yeah, my phone's always like overheating and shit, and I'm like, man, I know I bought it like 4 years ago, but I don't want to have to. It's fine. Can I not just use it still? God damn it.
See, I've had one of the biggest problems with my phone, but I've also had a different solution for it, so I've not taken it to get replaced. The lightning port on my iPhone has been dead for about a year. It stopped working. However, the thing
Oh,
charges.
you have like a battery charger for it?
Well, the thing is, like, it has that MagSafe charger, the little like puck thing that you can put on the back of it, and that works perfectly fine. So I've just been like, I even pay for fucking Apple Care. Like, I paid for a fucking thing. I've just been so like, well, it still charges. I don't use the lightning port for anything.
You don't ever put music on there or anything? I guess you're
Well,
streaming
yeah,
if you're ever using it.
Yeah, because I've been speaking of Spotify, I've been using Spotify a lot. We're also on Spotify, folks.
Yes,
Yeah.
go and
Yes.
listen to our Spotify.
Usually you'll get these sooner, and if you're wondering why, it's mostly because fucking I get busy with shit.
Also,
Yeah.
2 hours of fucking video, even if it's just a still
it's
fucking.
it's
frame,
like a
takes
fucking
little while.
like
Takes a while.
45-minute render. It's like, okay,
Jesus.
Dang.
yep, and it's also like almost a fucking gig and a half. We're gonna also try not to do longer episodes.
Yeah. I mean, I only have a couple things that I need to.
That we kind of
I'm
really want to
bringing
hit
up.
on.
I've already been talking for 6 hours today, so I'm good.
Yeah,
with a
you
short
do this
rest.
right after stream.
Yeah.
Fuck, brother. I hope you're at least getting some liquid in there. Shit.
Oh, I got water earlier on my stream, and then I looked down when I was done, and I realized I didn't drink any of it, so that was cool.
Nice.
Fuck. I do want to shout out a friend. I'd say a friend of ours, respectively. Frederick Knudsen is live streaming now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the VTuber thing, right?
Yep. He is. He's a part of a. It's ran by a guy named Merriweather. I don't really know him too much, but he started basically an agency where it's basically
the
a talent
Merriweather
agency.
Agency is this GTA 5. That's scary.
But yeah, no, he's also another streamer, or another YouTuber I like, Nick Nocturne, is also a part of the little their first wave.
Mm.
Which, hey, respect. I actually did talk with him last night. I'm not gonna say it on podcast when we're discussing, but yeah, hey, I'm glad he's doing really well with that.
Nice, yeah.
Oh man, just again shout that out though for people to go check him out.
Yeah, I know his I know that's been something he's been doing. He's also getting closer and closer constantly. He always feels like he's getting closer to finally releasing that EVE Online video.
Oh yeah,
Eventually, it's going to come out. It's going to be like 18 hours long, and it's going to be interesting the entire time.
Yeah, it will.
If there's one person I know that could probably make EVE Online interesting, it's Frederick
One
Nixon.
guy.
That's Fred, yeah.
Yeah, it's like honestly, because I've tried playing EVE Online. Never again.
I have always thought that EVE Online looked like my type of MMO to the extent that it's not a fucking theme park bullshit. Just like,
yeah, it's
it's
the MMO for people who really want to get into an MMO.
people who want to actually have a world that they're taking part in and like, having an impact in. And I think that's pretty cool, but it's also kind of fucking boring in the case specifically of EVE Online. If it was something else like it, I think I could get into that.
But there are so many, like, because I remember there's one story I definitely was probably gonna hit on of somebody like yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm fucking excited.
Well, I mean, it's not a big spoiler. It's the giant war that happened, right?
Oh, yep. And all of the fallout that happened because of it.
Well, I'm not aware of that. I mean, this is going to be like
It's 6 hours at least, he said. So
it's going to be pretty long, at least 6 hours, and yeah, that whole segment is going to be quite something. I think it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars that it cost.
yeah,
I think that whole thing.
There's
Damn.
yeah, there is a lot to be said about that story. So I'm like, all right, I'm buckled in.
Hopefully it's soon, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, hey, whenever it does drop, I can honestly guarantee you the
Yeah.
moment I'm not doing anything with that. I'm fucking turning that on, setting back, and just letting it go.
Perhaps perhaps a small amount of time after it is released, we can have the man on the podcast.
I'd be down for that.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I'll have to get in contact with him. I haven't spoken to him. He said 3 puppies dies on my dick in the Discord server, and that was it. That's
Yeah,
all
he
I've seen of him.
He did say that.
I remember he came into a call once, and some guy came in and started screaming at him about like the school that he went to, because like I guess he went to like a weird school. He went to like a weird, not Fred, but the guy who was screaming at him. He went to like a weird school that was like kind of, I don't know, I guess kind of abusive to like autistic kids or something. And he was trying to explain it, but the way he was explaining it was just extremely scatterbrained, and it was kind of awkward. And it was like, welcome to the server, Fred. I hope you had fun. Y'all come back real soon. This is what it's like every time.
It can be, yeah. I think it's just how Discord is. There's always someone who's fairly at the most, that in the room. But...
I mean, yeah, and when I say that, it's like anybody who's listening to that, if you're not that person. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I haven't really released that live clip in a way. But
oh wow, that's a nice one.
I do like that. Holy shit.
Kristen's giving us
I don't feel like editing people's faces and moving them around and stuff.
Hey, big ups. I respect it.
In the
logo of this
now, so y'all are getting a funny little
getting a little psychedelic.
Yeah, what would you even call that? I've just been calling them the distortion.
It looks like the Metallica Load album cover, where the guy mixed his piss and cum and shit together and blood and like swirled it around.
I mean, hey, I dig it.
Well, I can promise this is not piss and cum and shit. This is
it's a little too blue. It looks Christmassy.
Yeah, this is the Atari logo, doubled and flipped.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
And then I did my usual filters on it.
Nice. Well, it looks good. Yeah. We got to shout out Tristan for his wonderful thumbnail work on all of the episodes.
I just kind of offhandedly do them while we're doing this.
Hey,
something for my hands to do.
Yeah, the thing is, whenever I congratulate somebody and I'm like, you did really good on this, they're like, oh, I was just, whatever. And it's like, well, no, the fact that you're doing it offhandedly while you're just talking is a proof that you're doing pretty good at it. So, yeah, take the compliment.
For me, this would take days, and I'd be like, oh, it's so awful. Fuck it. I'll just scrap
it. It's like 5 effects.
You just you know how to use them.
Yeah, that is true.
I respect it. I as people know, if they go back through my channel, whenever I've tried making my own thumbnails, it shows. Like, I'm not good at it.
Recent ones,
it's been a while since I've streamed.
My brain is addled by the cushydreams.com code
Love 25.
Nice.
Man, the only other thing I really got.
I was gonna say. Speaking of leaks.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of leaks, I want to talk about this plane.
Oh.
What?
Oh yeah. I'll let Tristan explain this one.
So you good there, Tristan?
I just think it's funny.
Oh.
So, I don't know the full story behind this, but other than obviously just the headline, but I'm pretty sure some of y'all have seen this, but there was an incident aboard a Delta flight, which of course it's fucking Delta.
Right, the plane.
Oh yeah, I didn't bring it up yet in the podcast, did I? Fuck.
Yeah, you haven't.
Okay, I brought it up beforehand.
We started recording.
Yeah.
There is shit all down that aisle. Someone had a bit of a funny diarrhea.
Yeah, let me find the article here. I've got $1.5 billion.
Also, Bane, there was a thing you were going to show me before the podcast started, and I was like, wait, don't tell me. And I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I don't remember what it was either.
When you're going down the aisle and you smell something vile, diarrhea.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
So, if I'm not going to put a video clip up, but I'll recommend going to ABC7 they're on your side and going to look at Delta flight forced to turn around because of diarrhea incident.
They turned around too. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, they were 2
Wow.
hours after. They were 2 hours into the flight. They then had to circle back to Atlanta because
They couldn't. They couldn't just land at the closest place.
oh,
They had to go back.
dude, because if you look at the video here, and I'm playing it right now myself. This is like before. This is like after they landed. They have like a whole bunch of. You can see shit all down this
Yeah,
fucking aisle.
it is
Yeah.
splattered on the floor. It is a rough sight.
Yeah, which, honest to God, hopes to the person that this happened to.
What was wrong with the food at that airport
That's a good
this
question.
happened? That's a lot of shit to be in someone.
This must have been just like, because I mean, this is Atlanta. There's some great food in Atlanta, but
They ate the heart attack burger and
Oh.
yeah.
It went down the wrong pipe and he had a heart attack.
A shit attack. Yeah.
you know, I hope for this
Like-
person's sake that their identity doesn't come out. It's like
Yeah,
Oh.
I would cease to be by my own hand if that shit came out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have somebody put me out of my misery because like Jesus fuck, this is
There is like that's the thing too. To use the bathroom to be that bad off that you're down the aisle shitting, like
oh
I can't even piss on a plane. I'm scared. I'm tense.
yeah, it's like
Like to
here's the
have
problem
that
also.
kind of accident happen, he had to go.
Listen,
This is someone who
it's
had
not-
to run down an aisle, which means the back didn't have, or they were occupied. And this person may have been waiting and were like, fuck it. And as they were moving, they just down the aisle.
It is.
It's like Niagara Falls down there.
It is real easy to say that if their identity came out, yada yada. But if they find out that XQC shit himself again, I don't know about that one. That
Yeah.
would be pretty hard.
That would
Chet,
be funny.
Listen, Chet. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy, Chet.
Oh,
Oh,
my
oh,
punch.
Chet. Oh, I am shitting. Oh, Chet.
There was a really good
It's
video.
more
I want to
reaction.
shout out.
More reaction he'd
That's
give.
too much reaction. There was a really good video from Joseph Fisher talking about Twitch streamers like specifically XQC, Aiden Ross, iShowSpeed, and Kai Sanat. And XQC lives in filth, shits himself. He's like a man-child, man-baby who just does kick flips on his skateboard in his bedroom, in his billion-dollar bedroom with his fucking $100 million kick deal.
Yeah.
And then Aiden Ross is like picking his nose on camera and shit and going like, and talking and bringing up big important figures in history and being like, who the fuck is this guy? I've never heard of him before.
Yeah, Aiden Ross is genuinely like, I think too stupid to wipe his own ass.
I think
Yeah.
he is, yes.
I would say so.
And just how like there's millions and millions of people. Like there was an interesting part in the video. It was recently after the I show schlong situation.
I show
Where
mean.
I show meat. Yeah, he came out on stream and he was saying to his chat like, "Hey, can you guys treat me like a human for a minute? Like this is kind of hard for me to deal with. Like this is really embarrassing and everything." And it's like, yeah, the fact that his audience is mainly filled with like 10-year-olds who don't recognize that he's like a person and, you know,
Yeah, it's
he's
like
not just like funny stream man. It's alarming.
the problem is like, and people, you know, I mean, there are honestly people who like, I'm not even shitting you. Someone came up to me, he's like, "How long have you two and Claw long have you and Claw been together?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean?" Because when we were on stream before, I had someone do that. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, "Oh, well, you seem like, well, you know, we've been friends for years. We're not gay for each other, folks."
Yeah, I don't know.
I've now made it my mission to push Fuzhou X Deadwing Dork. That's my mission.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
no.
well, the thing is, Tristan, you're part of this, so you're gonna be part of this, the
Oh, yeah.
the fan
You get,
fiction.
you get
that's
some of your
made.
social Andis.
Here's what we need.
I'm the one in the cuck chair.
Yeah, no, here's what we need. We need like Bane and I fucking in a wrestling ring while Tristan announces it, and he's like,
Down there
"Oh, he's
patting on the
got
mat.
a block." Yeah, he's patting.
Like 3,
Maybe
4.
he could be the referee. What do you think, Tristan? Referee or like, yeah, announcer?
Oh man,
Oh, God.
Both at once. That's perfect.
Yeah, they have
Oh.
they have a mic. Just I
Plugged up there.
Yeah, I get down to like be there for submissions, and you just hear the microphone go just on the fucking mat.
I did want to bring up, because he brought Aiden Ross up, this Sneeko is still around, and
Oh god, I saw the tweet you posted. I didn't read the name. That's
yeah, that's Sneeko.
Wait, oh my god, that is Sneeko. No, I also didn't read the name. I'm sitting here and I'm trying. Okay, so it's wifey requirements and it's got an engagement ring. Everything has emojis after it. It's one of those.
Yeah,
And it's like virgin, sub 5 bodies, unvaccinated, homophobic, feminine, transphobic, dishwasher, God-fearing, daddy's girl, beautiful, racist, and a cook. And
I want to add.
Yeah.
He specifies sub 5 bodies for virgin. He also specifies under 24 years old for feminine.
Which,
yeah, you become more of a man.
Fellas, is it gay to fuck a woman when she's 25?
it seemingly is.
Well,
but also like on here, racist. He's not white.
I think he's mixed or something.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
he?
like he's at least mixed.
Yeah, which is the worst thing you can be for a racist.
Yeah,
at least any racist can at least be like, oh well, I'm pure or whatever.
I think it's very funny that he doesn't have faithful on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need that if you're Sneeko's wife. That's a good point.
I mean, did say sub 5 bodies, so you can really keep a tight circle there, you know.
Yeah, sub 5.
Yeah,
but
you have 4 bowls.
Yeah, if you just have one body, you can have like a couple extra boys there, and they it's them forever. Like you're all part of the relationship. Then.
He gets to sit in the chair in the corner.
The Sneeko polycule.
Oh, that is horrific.
Sneeko and his cuck posse will all be buried together after the incident.
They're going in. They're going in as a unit, you know.
Fuck.
But also, like, I don't know. I don't get like. I don't get Sneeko. He's still around.
He's a mystery.
Still around, somehow still on Twitter. People still listen to him.
Yeah, man has 6,000 likes on this fucking tweet.
I mean, there's somehow just no end. You would really think that, like, you got to assume that a lot of those likes are people who have heard of and engaged with the information that we all have. That Sneeko is an idiot. Yeah, they don't care or they don't believe it.
Yeah, they think it's all like a leftist plot.
Matrix. It's the Matrix. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
of course.
Fuck, you got fucking Elon Musk tweeting to Ian Miles Cheong. I saw that today.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
What about?
I was gonna bring this
I
up.
honestly forgot.
Ian Miles dead dog Cheong.
Ian Miles Flashbang, yeah.
Ian Miles banana. What about?
Let me find here.
On the outside, on the inside he's white, but on the outside he's yellow.
Yep, that's his words, not ours.
Yeah, those are his words. I didn't make that up. I couldn't have made that up.
No, none of us would have made that up. No, that was a Cheong original.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
I have it pulled up.
Okay, thank you. Because
actually, I'll just link it in the chat real quick. I'll read it off once it's posted. So we have Ian Miles Cheong. Wonderful, upstanding individual. Definitely hasn't swatted someone.
Yeah,
which led to the flashbanging of a dog.
Yeah,
saying teachers when I was a kid, and it's like there's
it's
what like trad wife.
Well, it's also like,
Wojaks.
yeah, and it's also like trad for something that Ian never experienced. Also, which, mind you, he's never
Yeah.
stepped foot in America. That's something else.
Yeah. Also, I would probably wager that he hasn't been to school.
Wait, he's not American?
No, he is
Yeah,
literally like
Southeast Asian.
He's lived in Malaysia his entire life. Andy
Oh.
Borski came out about this. Yeah, and had the
So,
receipts.
Teachers when I was a kid. Hope everyone had a good recess. Now it's time for teachers now, and it's more like
It's
the
like
opposite of
leftist
trad. Yeah,
clown
leftist-
world Wojaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Wojaks
girl
are
with big
fucking-
tits crying. It's an e-girl Wojak. And then,
Ronald McDonald Wojak.
yeah.
Yeah. And this one says capitalism is bad and communism is good. Now let's talk about gender fluidity. And then Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elon Musk himself says this is actually happening. Most parents don't realize it.
If I'm also reading this right, if you look at that thing beside the X logo, he might actually be fucking subscribed to Ian Miles Cheong. Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
He is. Oh.
Oh god, I think
Is that what that means? The little purple.
Yep, that's what
Yeah,
that
it's
means.
like the super follow or something like that.
Yep.
Oh my.
You know something I do love? How, like, the last few episodes, it's been Claw learning about stuff about Twitter because he hasn't been.
I
Yeah.
don't use Twitter that much anymore. No,
Honestly,
I have a new
respect.
one. I might start using it.
No, yeah. Hey, honestly,
honestly,
I'll give respect to Papa Elon. I feel a lot happier now that I don't have an X account.
Oh, I
My
have
friend
something about
does
that
have.
too.
My friend does have an X account though. Loud equals funny or Loud Funny Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
funny
group. That's
Yeah.
the group.
I honestly need to give you guys full,
account.
but that's something different. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
But,
your friend needs to give you the login
Yeah,
so that you
yes,
can give
yes.
it to us, right?
Exactly.
He'll just get in contact with us directly.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course,
His
our
people will
famous
talk to our
mutual
people.
friend.
We'll call him Bill Cocksmith. There we go.
We'll call him Bill Cosby. That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. So, I do find it funny that Elon Musk, of course, he says, "Oh, this is actually happening." I know this, of course.
Oh yeah.
The man is over 50,
Yeah.
and
And
like,
has a relationship with his children that is best described as not good.
speaking of which, that brings us to our next haha funny.
Oh yeah. I know where Tristan's got to this one.
So, Elon Musk claims that he purchased Twitter.com because it made his daughter trans. Quote, she went beyond socialism to being a full communist and thinking that anyone rich is evil, Musk said. Now listen, I said this before, but
Yeah.
I'm not a communist or a socialist. But she's
rich,
right.
Rich people are pretty evil.
Well, I'm not going to
she's
say
just,
that anyone.
She's just correct.
Anyone who's rich isn't evil, but him being like, my daughter thinks anyone who's rich is evil, so I bought the social media platform everyone uses, and turned it into my little plaything to screw everyone over and ruin everybody's lives, and like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
He spent. I'm listing, getting the list of countries by GDP. Estimate, is this dollars?
Yeah, he spent a lot of Saudi money. It was not his own money, because, I mean...
That was my money, Tommy! My money!
Dollar. Okay.
Yeah, and then also I linked here. Even more funny. Elon Musk, this is a 2021 article. Elon Musk says his kids spend a lot of time online and, quote, were mostly educated by YouTube and Reddit.
Oh, no. All right, so...
Great parent of the year, let's say. Parent of the year.
That's what you want, yeah.
This man spent the GDP of Paraguay. He spent just under the GDP of Bolivia. He spent over the GDP of Slovenia, Uruguay, Cambodia, Bahrain, Luxembourg. Fucking, let's go even further down. Tajikistan, Cyprus. I'm not gonna say that word. Add another letter, and that's bad.
Oh, you can't talk about Niger.
Palestine, Jamaica, Chad, Burundi, South Sudan. He spent over the GDP of all of these countries, not
He
combined.
spent
Probably
over
last
the
week combined.
GDP of Chad, everybody.
Yeah, he could have.
He's
Just to buy X.
He could have
he
just been a
spent
Chad.
that much fucking. He spent that much money to buy a website that his daughter used because he was mad that she became like she has different political beliefs. Like,
I mean,
what the
maybe
fuck kind
that's-
of state do you have to be in?
Maybe
Like,
that's your
actually.
fault as a parent if you don't like how your child turned out, you know. Start there and blame trickles down from there.
there are just. I mean, it's just a rich, spiteful asshole to his kid. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
you
yeah.
know, your kid is allowed to make,
Isn't this
anyone's
the
allowed to make their
daughter
own
who's-
decisions.
Isn't this the daughter who hates him whose name is X something?
Well, no. Okay, so
No.
the next one's a little too young for that, but this is I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I forgot her name too.
Mm.
I am drawing a blank on that just in general.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
don't give
Vivian
a-
Jenna Wilson.
Yes.
So wait, does Elon have 2 trans kids then?
Just one.
Yeah, I think it's just the one.
Oh, okay. Well, all right then.
Got a lot of kids.
Yeah, that's great for her that her dad is a super follower of Ian Miles Cheong.
Yeah, I'm sure she's thrilled. You know, she's really supportive of her father.
Man.
Good God.
Like, goddamn.
Yeah, no. Fuck shitty parents. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, good lord, yeah. Speaking of shitty parents,
Ooh, shit.
I don't have a segue for that. I just think saying. Speaking of this funny thing,
Yeah. I mean, we are recording before 9/11.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
that's
It is
tomorrow.
almost 9/11. That's fair.
9/11.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a day of rest on 9/11 to honor the fallen.
I'm gonna go
Understandable.
to the gym. I'm gonna go to the gym to honor the fallen.
And then on
I'm gonna work on
November-
these. I'm gonna work on these guns to fight the Taliban.
Hell
Oh,
yeah, dude. Skull, yeah, brother. On September 10th, me and Black Brains are doing another Canadian nostalgia thing to really honor 9/11 having happened. To
Hang on,
remember
today's
how
September
we
10th.
Yeah.
September 12th is what I
Okay.
meant to say. There you
You're
go.
good. Sorry, I was like, hang on.
We're gonna honor the fallen in Canadian style, which is to say, not acknowledging 9/11 at all, and just talking about TV shows.
Yeah, not even
Nice.
like super, like not even super chat acknowledgments. Like, okay.
Yeah, if anybody mentions 9/11, they get banned. It's unfortunate.
Oh man. You got anything else?
I got a couple of I got a couple of smaller ones.
Okay, I don't really have anything.
Go
So
for
some of you might know this. Some of you might have noticed, but Mr. Beast
Oh.
went back through all of his thumbnails and he closed his mouth.
Oh yeah,
And he's getting more
What?
views than ever.
yeah. So YouTube has been offering some creators who are way higher than like us. Like you got to be in like the billions of views a month kind of tier. But there's an opportunity for them to test like 2 different thumbnails publicly, and like some users will get one thumbnail, some users will get the other. So you're basically being sampled on which is the better thumbnail.
That's an interesting thing. I wonder if they're going to bring that out to like everybody.
I think so. Some of that shit does trickle down to us eventually, but
I mean, like, that's kind of cool, I guess, but also...
it's also more work in a way, I think.
Yeah, making
Well, I
two
mean,
versions of a thumbnail and all that.
so they're testing out, it turns out people don't want to see his weird teeth.
It seems like click performance wise, the closed face is getting more views than the open face, which if you know YouTube history, that's not always been the case. Because
Yeah,
You know, I'm just imagining
people are getting tired of it.
I'm just imagining a shot of Mr. Beast with his mouth pogging, but they like censor it, like four kids censored Luffy's mouth at one time,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and he was smiling, and they made it like a weird closed mouth smile.
we're gonna have to
That
start,
would be pretty good.
we're gonna have to start doing that whenever we whenever we do live camera shots. We're smoking. We got to replace it digitally with a like a sucker.
Yeah, put in a little lollipop there.
You can do that. I think I'm fine.
Well, yeah, because I was watching a video about the One Piece dub for
Wait, that's the wrong.
like the
that's the
4
wrong
Kids
tweet.
One Piece dub, And yeah, all the things they had to do to get basically like, you know, some of it was shit they actually had to censor because of like United States laws for like that time slot, but some of it was like, why did you change that? You know?
Yeah, very strange stuff.
Oh yeah, so that's a tweet there. Yeah, Mr. Beast. The watch time went up on every video. So yeah, what?
Thumbnail 2, winner.
Yeah, but the way it seems to work is like you probably set it for like a few days, and YouTube will test the thumbnails and then pick the winner, basically.
You know, people don't want to see his fucking tongue, I guess.
I mean,
That is weird that it would be. I mean, I guess one of them has to pull ahead. I guess it's just funny that it's consistently both
but I do think
closed
though that
mouth.
yeah, the closed mouth looks it just looks more natural, you know?
Yeah, he's not like in every single
Whoa.
thumbnail.
Yeah, especially if you scroll down a little bit, it's got more results, and I'll just link this one here and just copy the image. But yeah, I do think like especially the second one here, it's like yeah, it's a way better thumbnail.
Yeah, that first one scares me.
Yeah,
That sends me in the fight or flight. I don't like that.
Yeah, the first one he's really looking into your soul. Second
Okay,
one
this-
he looks chill.
This one, okay, so I'm just copying this whole tweet basically, but this other thumbnail here, you have the top one where he's smiling. It looks like he's got a chunk of his tooth missing, but
Well, that's just the Mr. Teeth conspiracy, baby.
Yeah.
oh
Ah.
god, you're right. But yeah, no, like the thumbnail too, it still looks a little off. I think him just holding the spoon like that's weird.
I like
But-
how fake these all look, though. I mean, this is not working for the podcast, but like
Yeah.
for anybody who's seen a Mr. Beast thumbnail, it's like his head is like a different image that he's taken, like a photo that they Photoshop onto his like a random body,
Yeah,
like in a suit or something.
He's like standing in front of a green screen clearly for his head, but I mean, hey, you know, I don't know. I think I'm glad YouTube's meta on that end is changing because
Yeah, that's interesting.
constant soy face thumbnails are still fucking annoying. But
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, we
like
get
it.
a lot of that.
well, now you also get the ironic Wojak soy face thumbnails.
Oh, always good. Yeah.
Yeah, you know the kind of person we're talking about. The let's not say synthetic, but fake man. Yeah, that's subtle reference.
I mean, yeah, and then you've got people, I don't know, you've got people like the heels versus babyface guy just becoming entirely new soy jacks.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which,
Ooh.
so I have an update on that.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
So we all remember, right? Last week where this bald guy was screaming about pronouns in his
Just
video
the other
games.
day, I talked about it for like 4 hours on stream and
Yeah.
all his response videos. So yes, I certainly remember.
So he responded to specifically Hassan and the Act Man. And don't get me wrong, you can make fun of Hassan all day. Hassan is lazy. He got into like big streaming, got popular because his uncle is fucking Cenk Uyghur.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he also went after Cenk, even though it was entirely unrelated and had nothing
Yeah,
to do with
although-
anything.
Yeah, although I think he
it was a
around.
drive-by, but I think it was a bit deserved.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, nobody's
Again-
coming out to bat for Cenk or Hassan,
Yeah,
but
again,
like,
it's irrelevant. But then he
Yeah.
goes on to Act Man and just completely like gets the whole drama between him and Quantum
Quantum
TV.
TV,
Yeah.
yeah.
He just completely gets that wrong.
Yeah, he claims
thinks
it was him being attacked for an opinion, as if that's even
Yeah.
what happened at all.
he got copy struck because of a video clowning on a man,
If
looking into
anything,
the guy who copy struck him.
Quantum is the guy who got attacked for an opinion, technically,
Yeah, I mean,
but
I think
not
at the,
really. But like,
I think Thumb Guy here, Mr. Heel Babyface, he probably agrees with Quantum TV because Quantum TV is like incredibly homophobic and transphobic and a little bit racist as well.
asking
Yeah.
people why they haven't become pulse victims, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot he fucking
then-
said that. Oh my god.
and then of course you have Quantum TV calling the Actman's fucking a mom,
Yeah.
which that's like school teacher shit. Like, come on, buddy.
Yeah, that's like, you know, What are you gonna tell on him for? Making fun of you online?
Could you take that video down? It hurt my feelings. So
Yeah.
but
Elden Ring is
he
bad.
completely
Whoa.
he completely misrepresents Yakman's like that whole thing that happened with him.
Yeah.
He calls him a hypocrite, even though he's being a hypocrite by shouting at Ackman for having an opinion about his opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, this
it's
is
just
like it just shows that a lot of these people are just it's either they're desperate for money, which is the only way I could think of doing this. Like if I had about 10% less shame, it seems like it'd be easy money.
I don't think it's money. I think he really believes that. I think that was genuine
It's
anger.
even more embarrassing in a way because it's
Well,
like,
the thing is, I had a bunch of people in my chat who were like, just
yeah,
without, there was no option for them to listen to any sort of reason. We went for
I just
4
kept
hours
timing
or
them out.
something.
There were some people I just
Well,
kept timing out. I was like, okay,
we went for like 4 hours, and like no matter what, it kept getting worse for the guy. The further he tried to explain himself as we go through the response videos, it's like, oh well, it wasn't just the pronoun thing, you see. It was also that
it was a
6 hours into the game, he encounters like, yeah,
he
you
encounters a
go.
single gender ambiguous character.
Which,
Just the one.
which is like a sci-fi trope of some person who was like cloned into a different gender or something, you know?
Yeah, like
And he
it's
starts
just
freaking
this
out.
Star Trek shit.
And then he had like a friend of his, Geeks and Gamers, like reacted to him like freaking out over this. And it was this fucking mongoloid with a "Don't Tread on Me" shirt with an American flag background for his stream overlay.
Okay.
Just like sitting there like cackling away while this guy's like freaking out and losing his mind because there's a single a single slightly trans person. You can interpret it as like a trans thing, kind of,
yeah,
you know.
If you really want to stretch, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's fair to look at it that way, but it's also like it's him that's interpreting it that way because he wants it to be that way. And so we went through this whole thing for 4 hours, and there were just people like when I finished the stream, there was one guy who was like, "Az did nothing wrong." That's his name, Az, like heels versus, but it's Az. It's a stupid fucking name. The real asshole.
Yeah, sure, it's as. All right.
real
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, but like Az did nothing wrong, and it's what is it that would convince you that this guy's a moron? Like he's just lying to everybody. He's trying to save face. He's claiming people are hypocrites when they aren't. He's misrepresenting people. He is trying his first response video where he tries to like defend himself or whatever. He spends half of it literally just going after fucking Hassan because he said some stupid things before him, I guess, which like okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But why don't you talk about your own fucking problem first? Why don't you talk about your situation? Defend yourself and your points.
There's a lot
I
of
don't know.
people that just can't.
The whole thing made me upset. Not even because I particularly care. I'm like super woke, you know, like whatever. But I'm just like, just the fact that it's like it's pretty fucking clear and obvious that this guy's an idiot and that he's just like trying his best to save some kind of his pride as everybody is making fun of him. And the fact that there's some people in my chat even who are like, "No, this guy's great. You just don't get it." And I mean, it ultimately it comes down to okay, you just are also probably just transphobic, I guess.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Like you
probably.
just support him because, and the big thing that bothered me about him too was that he clearly is. Like he clearly is transphobic, and my thing is like it's fine. You want to just say that you are like, all right, fine, that's your opinion. Kind of weird. People are gonna make fun of you for it, but it's like whatever. You can be that way if you really want to. But like he doesn't have the conviction to just say that. So when he gets to the part in the response where he's like, "Now does all this mean that I'm a big evil transformer phobia?" Like you can't even say transphobia. You can't say, "Does this mean I'm transphobic?" You have to make it into a joke. You don't have any respect for this as a concept. So why not just admit to yourself and your audience what we all already know? And this is all like a stupid fucking wink and a nod thing. Like I would have more respect for him if he just said it. But it's like this, no, I'm totally not. Wink, wink.
yeah,
It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
That whole thing. But then there was also the great moment when somebody linked a clip of him lusting after a woman on She-Hulk, who of course turned out to be a trans woman, and
he just
Oh, yeah.
you can see him die
he
inside
sinks
in
into his
real
hoodie,
time.
and yeah, he's having some real conflict with that. It was
Well,
pretty
I
funny.
mean, Sargon fucking came out to defend him, and there's literally like a fucking clip that it's of his Facebook homepage, and he's on a live stream, and it was his fucking wife messaging him like, "Can you stop messaging trans women to fuck them? You know, why don't you maintain the woman you have at home?" Like,
Wait, what happened?
yeah, I'll have to
Sargon
find.
does that?
I'll have to find. This
I
clip.
remember that.
Yeah, I'll have to find
I
this
don't
fucking
remember like
clip.
specific details, but I remember that happening.
Yeah,
It
so
was funny.
it was him during a live stream. He deleted a VOD because, I mean, obviously.
Of course he did.
But yeah, somebody clipped it, and it was his fucking wife messaging him on the home screen of Facebook, bitching at him like, you know, why are you messaging like? And it was someone, and people found out it was like a trans woman, and like, why don't you keep the woman you have at home happy? You know, you fucking prick. And he tabbed off that real quick.
I see. And I guess people found, well, that is interesting. I mean, it's always the people who are like gay as a sin who you find at a fucking, bathhouse surrounded by boys or whatever.
Oh yeah, there's a really good video. I think it was by Vince Vintage. We talked about him a couple episodes ago. Of that senator who got caught trying to fuck a guy in the bathroom and like still denies it. It's like, dude, he got caught.
The one in the wheelchair?
I think he was in a wheelchair now, but
he was in a wheelchair.
No, that's Madison
after he got
Cawthorn.
fucked.
That's a different guy. This is a guy from like the '90s when it was even worse for him to be gay. The senators, where it's like bad for him now. Like Lindsey Graham will never come out publicly, but we all know that dude is like, if that dude is not gay,
that dude has paid the troll toll to enter the boys' hole.
If that dude is not actually gay, I will pay someone $1,000. You tell you what, if someone can get video proof of Lindsey Graham fucking a woman without closing his nose, $1,000 to you.
He has a clothespin in there. He's like, "Oh, I don't want it."
Oh, I don't like it. It's too wet.
I
don't like that. I don't like those words.
I don't like them either. But yeah, no, there's so many of those, like, just so many hypocrites, and it's like, God, how fucking miserable do you have to be, you know?
Yeah.
I don't really have. Yeah, I don't really have any. Oh, I do have something actually. As I said,
real quick.
Yeah.
Talking about the thumb guy, fucking heel versus baby. As you said, his name was.
I think so.
Do you want to guess his real name? His actual real name?
No last names. Okay, no last names on that part, but
no, the last name. First of all, it's public knowledge.
Okay, all right.
But the last name pulls it together.
All right,
it makes it hilarious.
Yeah, tell you what,
John Baby Man.
Tell you what though, he's from Europe. I don't. If somebody sends me a lawsuit from Europe, I will literally ignore it. So.
Yeah. So guess what his name is.
Jack Stevenson.
As Baby Man.
His name is Terrence von Higginbottom.
Oh my God.
His name is Terrence von Higginbottom.
Oh my.
Wow, what a name.
That's like Ralph Wiggum tier name.
Honestly, I get why he names himself as.
Yeah.
Reginald
I get it, buddy. I understand.
God, yeah, that's
Terrence von Higginbottom.
That's a real name that a real person has.
You know what? Funny enough is like maybe one of his ancestors, like way down the road, was like some successful like king guy. Wouldn't it be so hilarious to like travel him forward in time, spend a few days explaining what technology is, and then show him like this is what your ancestor is. Like what?
Yeah, you have to fully explain the concept of like gender pronouns and shit, and then be like, here's what your great son is. Yeah.
It would be a nightmare to explain that part, but it would be just so worth it to see the reaction of, oh, Oh, we failed. Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever happened was a mistake.
Yeah, it's like, well, a lot of these guys like the return to tradition shit, and it's like, one, you're British, dude. You have no like, no offense. Your tradition is mostly stolen from other people's traditions.
Well, that's also what's funny. A lot of these people are like British people who are super huge Ameriboos, and they're like really.
Oh yeah,
I think he might be one of the ones who's like really into American stuff, even though he's fucking British.
I like. Do you
I've
remember?
definitely seen that before.
Well, do you remember how like I don't know how much you watched Sargon, but he would always just it was constantly American politics, and it's like, or like when Trump got big with him, especially, like we could get Trump to tweet about Gamergate. It's like, one, you are not going to get Trump to do anything.
Yeah, well, maybe if he focused a little more on British politics, he wouldn't have
Wouldn't have
tanked that
completely.
entire party.
Oh man, hey, you know, an Applebee's waiter can really take down a company. It's impressive. You know,
Yeah. What,
the,
Now, would you like more onion rings, sir?
one man can really make all the difference in the world, you know?
true.
Even if
G-Man
even if
said
he
it.
doesn't, even if his suit doesn't fit.
Yeah, dude, like him actually thinking that he was a politician.
But guys, Jim doesn't even
He
have a
doesn't
suit.
he doesn't even own a suit.
Doesn't
Own!
own a suit. You know, Jim, for all the cancer and everything he's had to deal with, his life is so much better than Sargon's.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I mean he's getting like what, like 15,000 people watching his live stream. He's you know, he's
Like
getting
every time he streams, there's so many fucking
He's-
super chats.
I mean,
and-
not just the chats, but just the support overwhelmingly when he
Yeah.
streams now. And it's not just because he's, you know, dying or whatever. I mean, I think he's in remission now, but it's not just because
according to his last stream, it got worse.
Yeah.
And,
it was sounding pretty bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
but you know, without saying too much, it's like you like Medicare definitely influenced how I'm like a lot of my videos were made. I mean, I am still working on new videos, and I pretty much similar style, but
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I don't think Sargon influenced anybody good.
yeah, Sargon influenced that little like gypsy that follows him around. V.
You can't say that. Oh no.
He is actually Romanian. Yeah, saying that would be bad.
Yeah,
But-
you're gonna have to bleep that one.
But all that little fuck has ever done is just like constantly.
Suck Sargon off.
Yeah, it's like he aped Sargon's style before he became Sargon's friend. He like all the same talking points. It's like,
yeah.
dude,
I mean, there was a lot of. I mean,
I think he's just the definition of a goon.
he really is.
Like if he
he's a
wasn't,
sub. He's a sub.
I don't even know what he looks like, but I can just imagine him in my head, very skinny, hunched back.
He,
I
neck
imagine
forward.
him
The
looking
best-
like the. I imagine him looking like the autistic doctor from that one show, but like a lot more autistic and
Yeah.
hunched.
See, if he wasn't like that, if he was a big guy, then I could imagine him like standing behind Sargon, going, "Yeah, boss, whatever you say, boss."
if I can find, because I've seen his face before. He's streamed it publicly, but the best way I can describe him is he kind of looks like if somebody tried to like if somebody cloned Nico Bellic but poorly. I'm trying everything. Okay, here we
fucked up my boy Nico.
go. Oh man, IMDb is doing him dirty. Holy shit.
Oh, he's on IMDb, is it?
Well, people keep uploading like different YouTubers things as IMDb credits.
Yeah, that shit's weird.
Yeah, for some reason,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna link 3 of the photos that it gave me of him. Yeah, this is probably like the best looking photos of him because it's like all real low quality, bad angles kind of shit.
Hides the imperfections.
Yeah, like this one here, man. I'm sorry if you're going on camera, people. Wash your fucking hair. The last one.
Oh,
No, yes, yeah,
God.
I'm right. I thought I remember how he looked. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. The whole Sargon Dick Rider squad, it was a small group of people, but they're still out there. They haven't been caught yet.
Yeah, it's
The Lotus Eater people.
yeah. So Sargon did the Keemstar Gambit, and it worked because
Yes.
if you remember, he got his monetization stripped on I think like 4 of his channels.
Yeah, but now he's not the manager of the channel. He's
Yeah,
the whatever it's called, the
An
presenter.
yeah. He's a host on the
yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Which hey,
So I mean,
I
hey,
get it. It's clever. It was smart when
Yeah,
Keemstar did it.
You can't blame him too much for that. But it is just funny. Like it is just, it's one of those like, oh, you're back. Oh, can't you just go away?
Oh,
Yeah, remember when he got fucking unbanned on Twitter? I was like, what the fuck? Why is Sargon appearing on my timeline?
like
Oh,
yeah.
he got banned a long time ago. He's back now? Nice. Unfollow.
I kind of remember that.
Because he got unbanned. He got banned like way back then.
Yeah.
Way back when he, people
2015 or something.
It was
when like 1 or 2 normal people still kind of took him seriously.
yeah, it was like way before the presidential like not presidential, god damn it, the political campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
It was before he tanked an entire political party.
Yeah, it was before the burning
The
ashes of
innocent
UKIP were on.
I need to rewatch the Medicare coverage of that. It was so funny. Just like that
Yeah.
every time he was in public and he like when he was trying to explain that thing about like his rape threat or
Yeah.
whatever, or how he wouldn't
But
rape
no,
her
I was
or
saying,
whatever.
I was saying that I wouldn't.
Yeah,
That's not a threat.
Where it's
it
like,
was-
okay, then who would you at that point? What are you
it's-
saying?
It's one of the most secondhand embarrassing cringe moments of just like, somebody get that microphone away from him. How does he think that this is working for him? Oh my god.
Yeah,
It was great.
not
It's
a brain
fantastic.
man. I do have one last thing I'll mention because
Yeah,
see
let's
it
go
here,
ahead
yeah.
and wrap this up before we hit like 2 hours 15.
Yeah, I'm having a serious headache, so I'm down for that.
I did want to say there is something added to COD which I'm not buying, but I find it hilarious. They decided to add the NPC, like the TikTok NPC things, to a little gun attachment.
Oh god.
So as you
Well
kill, it
done.
will make the noises that the NPC girl would make.
Congratulations on your kill! Stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
geez.
it's literally like
What I don't understand that fucking phenomenon.
it's
Well, it's
essentially
like a meme, I guess.
it's a bit of that, and it's also like a weird like fetish.
Is it?
It kind
Fetish?
of is.
That's strange. That's very strange.
Yeah, that's worrying.
It's like a consensual like because the NPC thing is like if they're doing an action that you create. It's weird. Plus, it's also paid for. But also, I mean, hey, I've seen how much money people throw at those people. Get your bags, folks, while you can. Respect. Because holy fuck, like I've seen, like, because you'll get clips of weird shit on YouTube if you search weird shit, and when the NPC trend first came around, I watched a few like videos about it, so I got recommended them, and I'm like, oh my god, how much fucking money are these people making on TikTok?
Yeah, I don't know. That might have to be. That's one of those things where you look at it and you just shake your head at like the entire genre of that being possible and that being a thing that people would want to look at all. Like just somebody standing there doing like an idle animation.
Yeah.
It's not even doing an idle animation. It's the
Just-
weird shit they say where they like.
Well,
like,
it's
'cause
literally like
people will
just being in a loop of conversation, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
it's
send them
just-
like a
it's just
donation
fucking-
and they like repeat what they say basically.
It's just fucking. It's Oblivion videos, like Oblivion NPC videos from like back in 2008, but just again.
cum version.
Yeah.
It's like literally
I
just to
guess.
cum.
I wasn't aware that it was a fetish. I'm not happy with that. I don't like that knowledge.
No.
People will fetishize anything though. That's
You know what'll help you forget
Sure.
this knowledge?
yes,
Cushy Dreams
Dreams.com.
code Loud25.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
Huh?
with that, thank you everybody for listening to episode 15. Is it
Yes.
Episode 15.
episode 15? Thank you everybody. You guys got anything left for us?
Not really. Just again, folks, if you're watching this on YouTube, go to Spotify playlist. If you want to give us money, that's not the Cushy Dream
We have-
sponsorship. We do have a
Yes, we have
Patreon.
Patreon.
This-
Patreon, yes.
This will probably go up on Patreon tomorrow, like probably on 9/11 itself.
Oh wow.
Alright,
Yeah,
So
Respect
get-
the
so
fallen.
so early.
Let's go ahead
before
and
the
get a
end.
joke in.
Yes,
9/11. There we go.
9/11.
That's the. Oh yo!
Oh shit,
That's my 9/11 joke.
that's my 9/11 joke too.
I said 9/11. Okay, let's fucking wrap this up. I'm tired.
Yes.
Yeah, take it easy, folks.
Peace.
Penis.
See y'all later.
Penis.
Penis.
All right.
Oh god.
When my wife's father has introduced me to stogies, what is she gonna say? She's not gonna say my father made a mistake, because her father never makes a mistake. So therefore, it is okay. I can smoke stogies around her. I can smoke stogies in my house. First of all, because her father introduced me to stogies, and second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.